Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the show today. Happy to have you here. Of course, we're getting into Heroes Call Session 2. We continue our adventures of the, I don't know what should I call it. It reminds me a lot of the RIPD, the Rest in Peace Department, which had Jeff Bridges in it. All hail Jeff Bridges. It was actually pretty funny, and it didn't do well. The second one was pretty bad, though. It was like radically bad. I disavow, but that's what this adventure feels like to me. My character is basically 20 some years old and jaded already with the world. So
I
it
hope
is
you're
what
not
it is.
saying this is the second one.
I like to sniff trees.
I hope it's not the
Wow.
second one. You do like snip trees, you do, indeed, you do. Lady, we were just talking offline here about something else, but did I actually make that a 7-part series? Was it 7 parts?
I no, I can't remember if it was actually seven, but I remember it was more than two.
No, I bet no, it was definitely more of 2, but I bet you my subconscious did that. I bet it did. Oh, I'm pointing at
Yeah,
myself,
I
you
can remember
bastard.
it. It
Yeah, I
was
did it. It's me. What's the proper word there, GOP? I was being subversive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. Have to go check that. That was a good series though. Talk about the series I did on the
one of
on
my
the
ministers actually listening to that, but I haven't got him to do it yet.
on the history of the New Testament. Yeah, you know what I should
Yeah.
do is I should do a follow up on just the history of the Old Testament.
But do this one in 12 parts.
Damn right, that
Hmm.
would be the right thing to do. But it is all very very interesting, and I did enjoy that. It's one of my favorite series I did. That one and the Walt Disney Show. That was great. I had a lot of people come in and want to give. They felt like they wanted to speak up for Walt Disney, as you should. It's a great American.
Stood up to the commies.
He didn't like them commies at all.
Hmm.
He was rather against them. He didn't care for them Nazis either.
Well, that's why he's got such a bad reputation now, because he stood up to the commies.
Well, yeah, no, they shh, don't tell them. You know,
They're damn,
if
they're
those,
red.
well, if those, Germans from the mid 20th century, if they had not, been saddled with the Italian and French concepts, and just went with the nationalism, they would have been just fine, you know.
Oh, speaking of things that we're not allowed to mention on YouTube,
Hmm.
uh, so you heard the news, right, about what we can finally talk about, what we couldn't talk about for 2 years?
COVID?
Whatchamacallits?
Well, that should be over 2 years, but the particular election that occurred that we always had to go was completely
Oh yeah. The legitimate election.
yeah the very legitimate election that we all had to acknowledge was legitimate.
The non-shenanigans event.
The non-shenanigans event. Well, now we are blessed by our YouTube overlords to where we can say there was shenanigans in the, of course, non-shenanigans event.
Oh, right. Well,
So
there clearly were shenanigans, but the problem with it
yeah.
was though, this is the real problem, the way I look at it. Clearly, there were shenanigans, but it only worked because it was that close, and it shouldn't have been. That's the problem. If it was what it legitimately should have been, it wouldn't have mattered the shenanigans they do because there's shenanigans every damn election. You know it. Now that one seemed to have be an extreme amount in certain areas, but I mean, there's been events in the past where Republicans have done similar things, right? So, but my point is, it shouldn't have been that close anyway. It would have mattered, because it's just outrageous. I mean, look at a lot of people saying, "Well, we didn't know his son was a criminal." How could you not? But beyond that, it's like just listen to Joe. Just listen to him. He can't put 3 sentences together.
Could you
And he couldn't.
imagine at the end of 4 more years of Biden?
Oh no, we wouldn't survive it. We might not survive this one, We're waiting for Puffin, by the way, everybody. And go
Mhm.
over there, hit the
Well,
like and share. I should be doing that. I'm going to do that too.
Puffin did
I already did
say
it. You're
I'm
welcome.
I'm in charge of his game until he gets here.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
okay. So
I want some good ass armor.
yeah,
So
a god
a
comes down
deity.
and gives.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. You're. How do you know? Have you been reading my unwritten script
Yes, I think so.
for
Yeah.
how I would play Puffin's game? A deity comes down from the heavens and
Mm-hmm.
says, "I will grant you 10 wishes, and you
Each.
can each, and you can wish for unlimited wishes if you really wish to."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
He looks over
I'm
at.
gonna have to dedicate 4 of them to the ship, though.
Oh, and the deity looks like Santa Claus, and he puts Tower's character on his knee. So what would you like, little boy?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Infinite with.
Infinite
Oh my
wishes.
god.
I'm surprised.
Unrelenting amounts of blood.
Excuse me. I'm surprised
What's
they
up?
haven't canceled Aladdin yet.
Oh well,
Why?
I
Because
mean,
he's Arab?
well, it's a Chinese. No, it's not. It's a Chinese story.
it
Cultural
is actually,
appropriation.
yeah.
Oh.
But they aren't. They don't
What?
really know that. You know, I don't think the average person actually knows that story or anything about it. So they're like,
Yeah, well, most people don't seem to know nothing.
I
Yeah.
don't watch a lot of liberal Disney media.
well, that's good.
That is good. Yeah, it is good. But yeah, another thing I've noticed is Joe Biden has had a miraculous shift. Before, Joe Biden's earlobes were like the normal type of earlobe, but now his right earlobe is connected to his head, which is the irregular, the minority of the genetic gathering. The
Okay.
left one seems to be normal, but I don't know, how does that happen? How does your right ear go from lobed to not lobed?
Well, I
How
mean,
does that
clearly he's
happen?
had some
Explain that to me.
cosmetic work
Well,
done.
you trip enough times and hit your head on the ground, they have to do facial reconstructive surgery.
There it
He's
is.
obviously tripped a lot.
He has nine
That's a good
times
point.
since he's been president. Yeah,
Well, that we know of.
that we
That's been
know
on
of. That's
camera,
true. And
But
that
was he
damn
drunk?
dog keeps biting him.
right?
Joe Biden is the only dude who can feasibly say, "I'm sorry, officer. I really did fall into that lady's blank."
Yeah, no, that's true. But it's funny because American presidents are required to be married and have a dog. I don't know why,
Are you
but it is what
sure
it
this
is.
okay with YouTube?
I get the marriage side of it, like
Yeah, sure.
you're showing like commitments kind of thing, even though, right?
Most presidents had affairs, yeah.
Yeah. But the
But
dog thing is very American, right? But
yeah,
poor Joe had to get a dog in the thing. And I think they've probably gone through 2 or 3 of them, but they all bite him.
Oh, we just lost a tower.
We did. That's okay though.
Well, he doesn't get his wishes now.
No wishes for him. Yeah.
He puts so Santa Claus puts Chester on his knee. And what would you like, young man?
Bugatti Veyron, Colorado property, the country of Liechtenstein. Give me a minute here. The list has got to go on. Anyway, yeah.
Santa looks at you and says, "Look behind you," and you see the car and also a deed and a crown, and it's all right behind you.
Sweet, you bastards are on your own. Mm-hmm.
That's that.
That's that. Yeah.
All right, lady, your turn. What are your wishes? Oh wait, we got to get this done before Puffin gets back. He's got five more minutes. I want the sword of ultimate killing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a one shot. Anything within a 10-mile radius that I designate.
That's right.
Lady, what do you want, real quick, before Puffin's back? And he tells me no.
Some great armor.
Some great armor.
Some great armor for the game, yeah. So, I put it in the game thing, not in reality.
Unpenetrable armor of
Foreverness.
forever is very good. Yes, which it basically just means while you're wearing it, you're immortal, and you are immune to any damage or disease.
Hey, all right. Okay.
Yep.
It's always good to put someone else in charge of your campaign. Genius.
Right. Exactly.
Genius.
Before he comes back and takes it away.
So,
speaking of shenanigans, GOP.
mhm.
I excuse me, I joke around a lot, but I don't actually get angry. I'm a very chill dude. But I have been slightly miffed of late. Cambridge, a school with which my university has close relationship with, has always been for 800 years. Has been a stalwart defender of knowledge, science, and education. And
Okay.
they have fallen down, dude. They've lost their goddamn mind, dude. I mean, the
A lot
things
of
that
them.
are coming out, they've become so crazy woke. And in the end, the ones that are sticking to their guns and being, actual academics is Oxford. Fucking Oxford.
Mm,
Oh, well, it is what
crazy.
it is.
I would also like to point out before Puffin gets back that my polar bear can now fly
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a
and
good
has
point.
a natural armor of 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just wanted to say that. So, um, a portal opens
Oh.
to a meeting of all the kings of all the various realms.
Mm-hmm.
Very important meeting. And we walk through it
And
because this
Aragon's
seems.
black. Damn it.
And we walk in, and I just say, "Hey," and then all the kings look at us,
Mm-hmm.
and they all decide in unison to give us their power. So
The
now we are
authority.
king
There
of
we go.
all the realms.
So I'm double king of Liechtenstein.
Mm-hmm.
Double.
Yeah, double
Yes.
king. Yes.
Go,
Double
you
dog
dumb,
dare.
you sucker. Why are all BMW drivers so bad?
Tower, you're
Okay.
on mic
Rick.
again.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I know this lady just doesn't know how to drive her Beamster.
Santa
Yeah.
bans all BMW drivers from this fantasy universe.
Oh, there you go.
Yay!
That's good. That's good. And it's usually the Audi
I-
player drivers that are the most annoying. Usually, Audi.
Chester, so what it is, what I was looking at earlier, it's called Woo's House, Japanese restaurant, and it's like a hibachi grill where they cook the food in the giant flat stove in front of you.
Yeah, that's
That
not
was
sushi at
a
all.
lot.
Yeah.
No,
lot
yeah,
longer
I
than
didn't know what it was. I just knew it was a Japanese restaurant we passed by. I thought it said sushi. It's not sushi.
It's
But
hibachi.
Yeah.
I love hibachi, dude. I haven't had hibachi in years, but the issue is the other two have two kids with them. So
What? No, hold on a second. Now, what is your differentiation between hibachi and teppanyaki?
what's the now?
I was asking. Knowledgeable people. Puffin.
Wait. I wanted to hear Tower's answer.
What?
No, that's
What's
true.
a teppanyaki?
That's the answer. There we go. Yeah. No, seriously, how do you guys differentiate between what you would call hibachi and teppanyaki, dude? Curiously.
I don't think there is teppanyaki unless you go up into like a fancy city.
Okay, so teppanyaki is fancy, and hibachi, what is that? What does that look like?
It's a giant stainless steel stove in the middle
So that's
with a shit
teppanyaki.
ton of chairs.
Okay.
Okay, it's got a bunch of chairs around it, and the dude usually puts some like alcohol inside of the onion, lights it on fire, and the onion throws up
That's
fire like a volcano.
teppanyaki. That's not hibachi at
That's
all.
entertainment in the U.S.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's teppanyaki.
hibachi
What is a
requires charcoal, and they basically
Yep.
have little pieces of meat that you cook yourself, and yeah,
Yep.
it's not even close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, they usually call them hibachi grills.
Why would they
Yeah,
call
Probably-
it hibachi? That doesn't make sense.
They
Hibachi
probably
is
do-
literally a grill.
No,
like a charcoal grill.
I can explain why. Because hibachi is easier for people to remember and pronounce.
Yeah,
Good.
but
No one
it's
else is for this
That's
show.
exactly it.
It's,
yeah,
it's in
but
America, dude. Teppanyaki, like if you asked any like 90% of Americans what, like if you said hibachi, they're like, oh yeah, I've been to a hibachi grill. But if you say teppanyaki, they're gonna look at you like you're retarded.
well,
So
Yeah.
clearly America is retarded.
yes,
Clearly.
that's
Yeah.
why other countries hate us. Anyways,
Hey,
so
yeah.
I've
Oh,
returned.
yeah. Good. I'm glad you're back, Puffin. I only made sane decisions as a
Mhm.
DM.
Mhm.
Good.
He
You
said
were
that
not.
so
I'm
much
the
more
double king
grant
of
me a witch.
Liechtenstein, just so you know.
Yes.
Okay. Well, when
Hey, I
Liechtenstein
was
is
listening
made,
to
he can be the
Ramstein
double
earlier.
king.
Is that close enough?
No. Anywho, so
I have a weapon now that is auto kill any enemy I designate within a 10-mile radius.
10 mile.
no.
And,
Yeah.
um.
Well,
I also
unfortunately,
have one
you
of those.
drop it and it lands on your foot. Makes
Oh
Oh.
it
no!
Damn it.
But
so,
lucky for me, I didn't designate
Loopholes.
myself as a target.
That's
He
true.
has steel
you're
toe
not a
boots
target.
on.
The way the weapon works is it drops a titanium rod from orbit.
Oh, I
He
like.
has a steel toe.
Wow, he
He has steel
just
toe boots on
railgunned
though.
you, dude. That's not
Oh yeah.
nice. That's like vindictive and shit.
I kind of deserved it though
A
after what
little
I made
bit.
us. I mean, I basically
So,
made us king of all the realms while he was gone.
Well,
so
we're not getting
you guys are
teppanyaki, but we are
currently
getting red robins.
Mm-hmm. Puffin.
in the currently in the shop, if I remember correctly. You had were just about to leave. You prevented Tower from getting screwed over by a dwarf, and you made him something shiny so he'd be happy.
That is true.
I did.
Mm-hmm. You got to hang out with your lady friend,
I did.
and so it would be the next day. All of you will awaken from the visitors' quarters around the establishment, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, except for two members of the party. I
Am I
need
covered in
Here's my character, by the way, everybody. And if the other guys would give me their characters, I could show them off.
your
Puffin.
character
All I
is a
see
tree?
is a sunny path.
I'm a sexy boy elf.
I
Nick.
don't see that.
Wait,
I will unshare my screen.
No. You don't have to. I can do it on my own. I was just showing the chat just for fun. Continue,
Oh,
please.
I
On
didn't even
YouTube.
see the
Okay, I got
image.
it.
Okay, it's on YouTube. Okay,
What's the image? Yeah, where's the image at?
It's on
It's
YouTube.
on
it's on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Post it in
I've seen
general.
that character before somewhere.
I'm generic anime elf boy.
Yeah, that's basically.
I am. Yeah, I am like if Tigger had, well, Werewolf Tigger Man had 4 arms and reeked of piss.
Yes, we're
I-
well aware of the pissness. Autumn.
Exactly. So I need for my two animalistic players to make either perception or survival rolls, whichever is the highest. Just throw that d20 and add your your skill. Tell me what you.
Let me go down here. So I've got a perception of 5. It'd be 6 with the thing on my mount, and survival is a 4 with my mount. So 6 on my survival. And
Wonderful. And what did Tower get?
Tower's got a 2 perception. And
So what is his roll?
okay, I'll roll it right now. Actually, I had the thing up, but for some reason it's not.
Oh,
up.
you weren't supposed to roll for him. Chester's supposed to roll for him.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Okay, Chester's rolling. He adds a what?
A 2.
For his perception, you had a 2.
A 2. Alrighty. And he has an 11. It's just me and GOP over here, all alone.
10 and that's plus 6.
So
Yes. So
both of you
16.
have a good night's sleep, but when you wake up, something has happened. If it's good or if it's bad, you're not really sure, but you think you should head to a healer.
I look down at my okay.
You You look down, and there's something crawling in your fur.
Like something very small in my fur?
Very small in your fur.
Not again. No, I go and try and grab it.
You go to grab it, and the near, I wouldn't say hundreds, but the tons of little black fleas jump away from your fingers.
You're
You and
infested.
Tower now have fleas.
Sweet.
I'm not dipping them. I am not dipping them.
Hey, it's Sully. Sully now has fleas. Can I viciously gnaw at the fleas?
Yes,
You
should.
made viciously. Roll an attack
This-
on yourself.
This is my critical
Okay,
health, by the
okay.
way. Just so you
Please
know.
roll an attack on me, GOP. I need GOP, not Chester, because GOP always fucks the roll up.
Oh no,
I
no, no. We
do.
have to be consistent. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
consistent.
okay,
consistent,
so D20 plus what?
Plus 4, I believe.
D
I
D20.
kill
Oh, I'm
myself.
rolling right. D20 plus what?
Yep.
Plus 4.
I'm gonna kill myself.
22.
A critical. Wonderful. Roll a d6 for me, please.
Huh?
You made the right decision, Tower, having me roll for you. You did.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're my man.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Critical myself.
You did. You
I
did.
mean, fleas are terrible. I have had what they call them here, no-see-ums, and they itch like nothing.
Chiggers?
So 1d6. Yes, chiggers, as they call them. 1d6.
Oh fuck! Chiggers are terrible.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
brother used to get them all the time. I never got them once.
Hey,
That's because
they
you
get-
ain't partying hard enough.
They get between where your sock and your leg meet. They just start gnawing at you.
Yeah, chiggers. Yeah.
Yeah. You know how you get you know how you get chiggers out? Fingernail polish or remover.
Oh,
Or you
well.
On
just-
today's episode of words that are almost going to get us banned on YouTube.
Yes. So 1d6 for me, Mr. Chester, if you could roll that.
Oh, well, sure, certainly. Yes, I can do that. Let me,
That's the damage he does to himself.
1d6,
Yes. And his plus
2d6, right?
No, 1d6.
Okay. 4.
All right. Because, I mean, you can, for self damage, I only have you roll 1, because I don't want him to be totally murdered.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, to be fair, roll another d6. Let's see if you get a 6.
Okay.
Be generous.
Generous.
Wonderful. So
6.
21 plus, what's his bonus, GOP?
I think you said +4 if I'm.
Plus 4. So you deal 25
Oh,
damage
I'm sorry, no,
to yourself.
+5.
Plus 5. Oh, sorry. 26 damage to yourself. As
So
you
4 HP.
begin gnawing at these fleas, and they keep jumping and landing where you gnaw. So you begin swiping at them. You begin just like slashing and tearing, and you basically pull all of your hair out. But the fleas are gone, and you are at 4 hit points.
Nice.
You are a mange. You don't even have mange anymore. You got rid of your mange, you got rid of your matting, you got rid of all of it. But you are a bloody mess.
Are these Sifotera or are these the actually Trombiculidae?
As far as I'm concerned, I succeeded. GOP, do you have any orange paint?
I should check my pocket.
Yes, because
Yeah. So I look around just randomly, and my bag and all that, and I'm
it doesn't have to be orange. It could be any colored paint.
well. The issue is that I don't randomly just carry paint around for no reason.
Make a
So
luck roll.
a luck roll, okay. Sure, we'll go with. Did we say there was a luck skill? I don't think there is.
No, it's not a skill. You just
Oh, yeah,
roll
just roll
1d20.
All right, rolling 1d20. Oh, that's actually that's a 16.
You don't see any paint, but you have some berries. You're pretty sure that your people smushed together to make some kind of similar lacquer.
I grab some berries and I smush them in the proper way to make this lacquer. And I start smearing it on him.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
The fleas, the residual fleas, die from contact with the berries because the berries are poisonous, and so not to tower, but to insects. And so you are now covered in
Into all
this.
those and nannies.
Yeah. The problem is that the stuff, whenever it makes contact with skin, normally with the Atosh, they wouldn't notice this because they're covered in fur. It burns. It burns real good.
Oh no, he's only got 4 HP left.
Mm-hmm. It's not a damaging burn. I mean, it feels like you poured lemon juice on the wound.
Okay.
Itchy hot.
Well, I would. All right, so I would know that this is sort of a. I mean, if I'm applying it to him, I would know that I apply this to myself to get this off of me. Okay.
Yes, but since you're going to have to really, rub it in, you're going to look like a, like Swamp Thing, because you're going to have to. He's applying it directly where the fleas would hide and, his skin, whereas you're having to apply it to your coat.
Okay.
Now roll a medical check on him, because it's technically a medical to apply this.
That's a good point. And I do have. Let's see. Do I have one or? I've got. I've actually got. No, I got 4 medical. So I will roll my medical. Well, I would have been dismounted, so I would really only have 3. Okay. So D20. Oh no, not very good. That's a 8.
So once the berries have had time to work, he will recover 8 hit points.
Okay. I'm guessing my.
Can I look at Chester and ask him for whiskey?
At this time, Mr. Chester and Miss Lady have finished their morning rituals and are able to do whatever they would like, because this whole shenanigan happened over the course of a couple hours.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're exchanging numbers.
All right.
My crystal self.
She seems very confused because she doesn't know what exchanging numbers means, but she tells you her favorite number is 32.
Sweet. My favorite is 108 because I'm in tune with the universe.
I will also, just because if I'm infested and Tower's infested, I apply the berries to my polar bear as well, making sure
your polar bear looks very thankful because he is covered in fleas.
Mm-hmm. Makes
but
sense.
They're all dead.
Oh. Well,
and you remember the reason. Now, GOP, I'm having a hard time hearing you. You realize that all the fleas that jumped on your polar bear, the enchanted necklace that keeps him cold, sets the outer temperature around him to about 0 degrees, freezing. So all the fleas that jump on him just die.
Sweet.
Any parasite that can't survive freezing temperatures is just dead.
So what you're saying is, because for my people, grooming, grooming is very important. So this is a tasty frozen snack for me.
Yes, so you have frozen flea cubes that you can eat now.
Nice.
It won't give you really any nutrition. It'll just put you on par with the pisser.
It's just it's like popcorn, or something.
Yeah.
DM, I just look at them sideways, I sigh, and then I break camp.
That's about right. Celtic, what are you doing?
My camping stuff. Well, this is going to be in a few hours, right?
Right.
Shake my head and roll over and take a couple more hours nap while this shenanigans goes on.
Okay. Make a luck roll for me.
No. Am I
Oh no,
supposed
you're
to
gonna
be
get
here?
fleas too.
Am I supposed to be here on the? Are we using Bugbear's basement rolling
I
thing?
mean,
Yep,
I
we
mean,
are.
we're in Bugbear's basement. Take that as you will.
Okay. Rolling a 20-sider.
All right, you're good.
Okay.
None of the flea-covered chunks of fur/flesh land near where you were sleeping.
Good.
But that doesn't mean fleas can't jump. But they're utterly terrified. Oh gosh, the world's coming to an end! So, with that, after your nap, Chester, you are greeted by a very interesting individual, something that you do not see very often at all, but you know that they do live in the forest. And you thought you saw him around, but you're kind of like, I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt because if people say that I saw one of these and I'm not in the right place, they're going to think I'm crazy.
Hobos?
Gnomes.
Oh,
A gnome.
You were greeted by a gnome. And the thing is
close.
gnomes are extinct, technically, but there are still pockets of forest gnomes, which are not gnomes proper, that still are around.
Greetings.
Hello, Redeemer. I see you have your work cut out for you.
Indeed, I do.
I pop a
I just
another
would
flea.
like to pay you for your help. And he blows a whistle, and all the fleas around on the ground that were in the chunks of meat and on all the ones that GOP missed, all the fleas come bounding down and get in this little, flea shepherd pays you, 2 gold coins for feeding his flea herd while they were asleep. He put his fleas out to pasture.
Two.
2 gold coins.
So those are two. No, that's not chets. That's so 2 chets, right?
No. This basically gives you 20 chets
Oh, okay. All right. I
because
say,
you can now.
thank you.
No, thank you. This is premium quality blood. Now my fleas are going to each sell for a chet apiece.
It's a lot for a flea. Do they
You
perform in a
haven't seen.
circus or something?
Well, you haven't seen gnome magic, have you? We can trade the fleas to the Grinklegrobber, and he loves fleas, especially cooked. He eats them like caviar. Mm-hmm.
I look at you in approval, because I know they're delicious.
Mm-hmm. And now they're fat. I'll still collect the dead ones on your polar bear, though. And he walks over, and you see him kind of look at the polar bear for a second. He pulls out a comb, and basically, this guy's only probably 5 inches tall. And he just dives into your polar bear's coat. And it's like mowing the yard. He just like goes down, and the polar bear is perfectly combed, and he like does about 200 flea corpses out of the polar bear.
So he's a professional.
And he puts them in a big sack. He looks like a micro Santa Claus. He sits down in what appears to be a sleigh, and all the fleas get together and grab little strings and pulls them along. Have a nice day.
Wait, were you listening to me DMing earlier?
No, I was not.
Oh, well, that just makes it funnier then.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, my world gets wacky sometimes. Anyways, so Noma Claus leaves with his fleece. So, what is everyone doing? The path awaits you, the sun path. The
We are on
many
the road.
dangers. All right, so you're going to leave, go on the road.
Is there any alcohol
No,
nearby?
none.
There is alcohol that you can
No,
buy in the
no,
shops.
no. There is none.
I want to use
No, no, no,
Chester's
no, no,
money to
no.
buy alcohol.
In your mind, you realize there's no more alcohol in the whole world, and you're sad for 2 seconds.
Well,
He'd be
shit, I'm
sad for a
drunk.
lot longer.
I'm drunk, so I need to have alcohol. Where is it? Where is it? I'm gonna sniff really hard to see if I can find it.
You smell a lot of perfumes. And
I'm gonna go drink one of the. I want to go drink one of those.
Oh God.
Okay. Well, you go up to a stall. The human there kind of gives you a cross-eyed look as you point to one. And he hands it to you, and
I open up the
shows-
bottle and I drink it.
he's like kind of mortified and deeply disturbed. I need you to make a resistance roll, please.
You realize it hasn't been 6, or it hasn't been what is it, 6
It
days?
hasn't been the hours that he needs to heal.
No, I'm saying it hasn't been 6 days since you've last had a drink. So you don't need it that badly right now. But
Oh well, I already drank the perfume, so let's go
Okay.
on with.
Roll a resistance, please. 1d20 plus your endurance.
I'll pull those numbers up since you don't want me rolling for you. That's a 5 for you, Tower.
Nice.
A 5 total, or
No. Because Chester rolls for him because I'm not allowed to.
oh yes.
So roll a d20, add 5.
What'd you roll, Chester?
He hasn't rolled yet.
Oh, is he not here? I guess I'll have to roll for you then. Okay, d20, add 5. That's a 7, so a 12.
Wonderful. Your burps are the best burps anyone's ever smelled. The
I
guy,
look at him. I burp in his face. I say thank you, and I walk away.
Pay for those burps, buddy.
I don't have money. I don't have any concept of money.
the guy walks over to someone and begins talking to him and points at Tower. You make me a perception there, GOP.
Okay. As my guy? Alright.
Mhm.
Why is there dead air?
Huh?
Not really gonna wait for someone to roll something.
I'm rolling. That would be a 23.
You notice that the person is looking at Tower, looks at the guy, and explains how Tower stole a whole thing of perfume and drank it and walked away. And he nods, and within a few moments, the ground begins to shake.
Huh?
As the two stone pillars that you thought were pillars leading in and out of the shopping area come alive as the two large stone golems grab Tower
Oh,
for
nice.
stealing.
He's already almost dead, and he's just gonna oh wow, this is great. Okay.
The golems walk back to walk over to the camp, which is like 2 steps. Each step basically makes everyone kind of hop off the ground a little bit as they take their steps. And one of the golems holds it down, and he can't speak. And the officer comes over and explains what's happened, and asks who's responsible for this flea bag.
I point
How
at
much
Chester.
money do you need?
That will be 3 chets for the perfume bottle he drank.
I pay.
Thank you. They give and they say, "This will be for you
Receipt,
free of charge."
please.
Oh yes, they give you a receipt. The guy who is selling it doesn't really understand how to write his own name, so he makes a big X in the bottle type and gives it to you. The guard kind of scratches her head and lets out a sigh, and she reaches into her pouch and pulls out this small. It looks like a sharp stone with, like, a poison or something that's been, dipped in it. And she sticks Tower with it, doesn't hurt him. In fact, he heals 1 hit point immediately whenever he's stuck with it. So he goes up to 13, is that right?
Well, he had 8, but I thought that was waiting till after we rest.
Yeah, he has 8 waiting, but he's at 4, so he goes up to 5.
Yep.
And then he'll have 8. So whenever you rest next. So there's that, and she's like, well, this should help with any future problems. Where are you headed, by the way, Redeemer? Not to pry into your business, she says.
They are upon their redemption quest.
Down the sunny path.
Correct.
Does this one need to be with you the entire trek, or I can set him further down the path and you can meet him there? Perhaps it would keep you and him out of trouble?
That would
Probably the
defeat the
opposite.
purpose.
Indeed, indeed. Or if you want, the potion that I gave him makes him a little more resilient to impact. I could have the warden throw him down the path if you want. Have him
No,
glide towards your destination.
no. The steps must be taken upon one's volition.
Understood. The warden sets them down, and both of them return to their place. And you realize why you didn't really see any kind of officer or defender or anything like the sort in the entire place.
I look over at Sabalba and I'm like, alcohol may have been cheaper. Still not knowing the concept of money, but thinking that, perfume, he thinks people like perfume.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're probably right. I bow to the warden. I apologize and thank him or her for their time, and I insist we leave this place immediately.
All right.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, I'm going to get my coffee. I'll be back.
Okay, so you are all going down the sunny path, and lady, since he is away, you are in charge of these two miscreants.
No, I'm not. No way, how do
You
we?
kind of are. You're the
that's what
only
you're-
responsible one here.
Okay.
Yes. So they're following both of you as you're going down. And lady, could you make a perception roll for me, which is your perception skill, base of 1, plus 1d20, please.
I have a +2 on my perception.
Wonderful. So 1d20 plus 2, please, for
That's a 13.
a 13. I love it. So with the 13, you notice there are a number of different migratory birds you've only seen in the northern hemisphere here, and this is kind of bordering. So whatever place this is very high in natural resources and draw so many diverse flocks to one area. And as you begin looking, you can notice every tree on the sunny path has some form of fruit or berries. If you would like, you can pick those and consume any that are lower to the ground, including.
Do I know if ripen or not?
That's a good point. Make me a survival roll, or you can make me let's see here, a knowledge roll if you have something akin to like knowledge nature or knowledge.
I got a survival roll. I got
Right.
a survival skill.
Roll survival. And as an orc, let's see here. What are your favored skills? Medical and intimidation.
That's a 10.
A 10. You know that some should be ripe, and the ones that are ripe are the good ones. As you look around the ground, you see watermelon growing on
Watermelon
the side.
on the ground.
Yes, on the side of the path, underneath some bushes.
You three stop.
I
I
halt,
step to
expecting
the
danger.
path, and I touch it, roll it over, see if it's thump it, see if it's right.
Pop it.
Not yet. Does it give me a hollow sound?
It does.
Ooh, take the knife out and give me a 2 inches on the tail, the vine part.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it's not alive. Like
It's a
a
melon
leaf.
mimic.
Ah, hang on.
You
Making sure.
as you knock on it, make me a luck check.
Oh my god, please make it a melon mimic.
Check 1d20 plus.
That would make a great
One.
mimic. Oh no!
Wonderful. Everybody
No!
roll initiative.
Yeah, it's a melon mimic!
Who's ever heard of a melanimic?
No one! I just made it up, but it's cool. And
Stop giving the DM ideas.
So as she goes to cut it, the melon, like as she goes to cut it, you hear like a rush of wind through leaves, and the melon opens, and you realize it's an eye.
oh,
And the vine goes back to this large piranha plant-like mouth on 4 Stygian-like wooden legs that prop it up, and it just lets out this almighty crash of leaves and branches hitting the ground, because it doesn't have any vocal cords, can't make a sound, but it can rattle around dead branches and leaves to make a very intimidating noise. So everybody make me an initiative roll against the melon mimic.
And how do we do
I'm
that
trying-
again?
A 1d20 plus agility.
three, so that is 11.
All right. 11. What's your agility, Celtic?
Lady.
Agility's plus 4.
All right, so 14, 11.
And Chester, if you want to roll for Tower, he's got a 5 in agility.
Okay. Ooh, not good. 8.
Everyone rolling horror. This
No,
is
I
gonna
rolled
turn
well.
out.
I rolled an 11. It's enough.
Oh,
Well, this is an initiative, so I guess that's different.
I got
Yeah,
11 as well, but yeah.
You guys will go before it. It's a big slow golem
Okay.
like thing.
So Chester and I got the same.
So
I have
it
a
is
plus 3 as
whoever
well.
has the highest agility score.
We both have a plus 3.
You have a plus 3. Who wants to go ahead of the other?
Well, I'm not going at all. I'm just sitting upon my horse with my pack mule in tow, watching this stupidity.
I'm gonna go
Alright.
stab it in the eye.
All right, so you're going to try to stab the mimic, the melon mimic. All right, go for it.
I'm glad we've accepted that this is now a thing.
It
It
is.
makes me happy.
Mhm.
Um,
I really feel I
Okay.
should have took the floor of arrogance as well.
You can
Oh, well.
change. I'll let you take another flaw as you play.
No, it's okay. I'm
Okay.
not really arrogant. I'm just disgruntled.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna roll my attack. It's a 12 plus 2. So yeah. So that's going to be a 14 to hit.
14 to
No, I
hit.
should have more than a 2. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you think you should have a 3.
Yeah.
Game Master.
Yes.
If it was an eye, it wouldn't have a hollow thump. By the way.
That
It's
is
a
true,
hollow.
but it is plant-based. So the eye
Watermelon
inside.
fly.
Oh no, I would also get an extra. No, I don't know if that would work. We'll just say 3 for now because I'll have to relook at how I had it set up.
So
'cause I don't know
15.
why.
That will hit it. Roll damage.
Okay.
2d6 plus whatever.
Yep.
This is what you do, Chester, when you go for coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see a watermelon. I go, hey, a dessert.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's a 6 plus 5, so 11 points of
11.
damage.
So you hit this thing for 11 points of damage.
And my
No, go ahead.
my polar bear is gonna go,
Okay. Roll
and
it.
my polar bear, he doesn't get any pluses, right? Yeah, because he's only bronze rank, so he just goes straight roll. Nope, he doesn't hit.
That's right.
All right. I spend my round looking for what the eye is attached to, because clearly that's not the target. Where's the target?
It's the tree thing.
I would
That was just an
imagine.
eye
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
But I still
it's
did 11
still-
points of damage.
Yes, you do 11 points of damage to the eye stalk, which falls off. And the other 3 eye stalks bend up over the large piranha plant like mouth and look at you.
All right.
Wow.
That's my turn.
Okay, so
And Chester,
Sebulba has found the well. He saw it through the trees. He's like, "Oh, there's this giant mouth of plant teeth, and well, not real teeth, but thorns lining a closing maw." All right, so who is next? I believe it's Lady.
Yeah. Trying to go strike. Well, no, that'll be further into the forest, right?
Right.
So backing up onto the path, making it follow me, and blocking with my staff if it comes at me.
All right. Wonderful. And Tower, what are you doing?
He's still muted.
Okay. What is he doing, GOP?
Oh, there
It's
he
a
is.
tree, right? Wait, yeah, it's a tree, right?
Tree monster.
He on it.
Yeah.
Can I whip out my claws and try to debark the tree?
You
Yes.
can do that.
I'm gonna do that.
Wonderful.
remember, Tower, you
Shh.
okay.
Roll
What?
your attack.
Okay. What
Well-
am I rolling? 20 plus what?
20 plus 4.
Yep.
Okay.
That would hit.
17.
That is a big old hit.
So
Now,
Tower gets 3 attacks.
so roll 2 additional d20s, right?
With or without bonuses?
No bonus.
All right. We got a
14.
14, and you got a 10.
10.
That'll miss. So, that's a total of 3 attacks. So what you're going to do is roll 2d6 for him.
Add 5 points of damage on top of whatever you roll.
So the
Okay,
highest,
it's,
so that's 11.
11. And then one
And
more
then-
attack.
Roll 2d6 again.
Plus 5 or just 2d6?
Yeah, it'll be plus
Just
5.
2d6 plus 5. So that's another 8. So that's 19 points of damage. So he basically runs up and tears the bark off of this tree, just eviscerating it, destroying its armor. And he realizes his fingers really sticky now as he's clawed into the sap of this tree watermelon mimic.
I told you to stay out of Pooh's pot.
Now, the tree mimic is the watermelon mimic, the melon mimic is angry. And it's going to attack this disrespectful group of miscreants in front of it.
I just demarked that bitch.
That will miss the polar bear. Oops.
Oh no, that hits
All right.
me.
That will hit you. And sorry. And that will miss tower. But it has crit the geo, which is very unfortunate.
Hit me.
I am hitting you.
Yep, let's go.
Okay, cool.
Kill me.
Let me add another d6 to it.
just for my enthusiasm.
Mhm.
That is a big total of 20 damage. As it basically, you ever seen a tree fall on somebody? That's kind of what you're witnessing right now.
All right.
You get belly flopped by a melon mimic. It looks like a giant watermelon with teeth just body slammed him.
Nice.
It smells really nice in here, but it hurt really bad. Because this thing has a 1 in willpower, a 10 in strength, and basically 0 in everything else. It's just a melon. But it's like its subterfuge is off the charts. It's very sneaky.
Okay. I'll just
Stealth.
put that damage to my armor.
Yes. So
All right.
I would imagine you're kind of standing there holding its giant melony jaws open so it doesn't try to eat you with your ape-like strength.
Yep, makes sense.
So we'll go to the top of the initiative, which is, I believe, the lady with a 16.
No.
No, it's me and GOP.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So what?
All right, I'll go. Let's see here. Now, I do have a clarification question. Now, when I use my psionic strike or my psionic bullets, as you call it, it does D6 damage, but it ignores all armor. Okay.
Right.
But I had an ability I took from exchanging with flaws, and it gave me the synaptic shock, which is lightning range damage. So I'm assuming the lightning damage doesn't pass through the armor like the psychic bullet does. But what's the damage of it?
The psionic shot is basically gives you the damage of the psionic shock is normally it's 2d6 with damage ranging from 1 to 6. If they're weak, you add both dice together for a max of 12. If you crit, it's
2d6, but it doesn't have the attack effect of passing through armor. Okay.
It is not. But it will give you a secondary strike if you're out of extra mind bullets. Because some things are immune to psionic attacks.
Sure. No, well, this is not a psionic attack. This would just be a kinetic attack. All right. So let's see. What should I do? I guess I'll just do the straight psionic bullet. So basically, the pass-through armor is on the attack roll. It has nothing to do with damage, right? That's just the attack roll. Okay. Good. So I'm going to attack this thing.
So if this thing has any effects on its armor that would protect it from, this, that, or the other. So for example, no, what it means by bypassing armor is say it has like 10 armor HP and 20 base HP. You hit its base HP directly, bypassing its armor health.
Oh, I see. That's how it works. Okay. Well, I don't know if a 9 hits. It probably doesn't.
It misses.
Okay, I will follow up with another attack.
Okay. Just a normal D20 with no modifier.
And I will do one more.
That will hit.
I hit.
So
okay.
Roll your.
So that's just a D6, but it passes through armor. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
there we go.
Wonderful.
So I do nothing. Okay. Done.
You do a point. One solitary.
Hey,
well, no, I actually do more than that because I add 5 to my damage, so it's a 6.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Hey. Oh, it's not my turn, is it?
Nope.
It's GOP's turn.
Okay.
I got his maw right here. I shove my glaive into his mouth and poke
Okay,
him.
so you're letting go of the thing that's about to fall on you.
I got one arm on
Okay.
holding him up. The
Make
other
a strength
arm
roll.
stabbing. All right.
You hold him up like a champ. Roll your attack.
All right.
Man, strong men would be jealous of you.
6 plus. Oh, that's only a 9. Oof. Nope. That's not gonna hit him.
You shove it up into his maw, and you hear the resounding crunch of hitting just watermelon. Just
Well, the polar bear. He's gonna go after him now.
okay. So I imagine
Oh.
what?
Oh, the
He rolled
polar bear.
20.
Well, he can't crit though, can he?
Yes, you can.
Oh, he can. Okay, well then he
Yeah.
crit.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Roll a critical strike. Question.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never mind. So 6 damage plus what?
He doesn't get a bonus.
Okay, so 6 damage. You just wham hit him, and he's trying to get this thing off of you because he's a good bear. So now I believe it goes to Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll hit it.
All right, what are you hitting it with?
My staff.
Okay, roll a bonk check for me. And Lady, I believe you have 3 or 4 items towards your class.
Never hit anything with it before, so
I think 4. So 1d20 plus 4, please. Because I remember that we kind of tweaked her character into something scary. That will unfortunately miss. You go and you bonk it. You go, and it's exactly what you would think seeing someone smack a tree with a stick. Then it goes to the wolf in the room.
Okay.
down.
Okay, I'm not muted. Cool. What is Chester? What has Chester been attacking?
He's
The-
been attacking the melon mimic because so I have an image that I'm going to post in general. I posted it to GOP. It's the best that I could manage, and I didn't. Since this is kind of impromptu, I did not have a chance to actually put this into the scenario. But I'm not complaining.
We only
And I
got
forget-
this because Lady rolled a 1.
Yep.
Do I get a buff when I'm drunk or drinking?
We'll
No.
talk about that later.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Huh?
You haven't become a drunken master. That's what the melon mimic kind of looks like.
I'm sharing it so people can see.
So, but think of underneath that carapace, there are those little watermelon-looking eyes.
Okay. Can I go and try cracking that melon in half with my 4 arms?
You can. It is about
Okay.
twice your.
Okay.
It's huge. It's bigger than you are.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I look at it and say, "Big melon bad, me rip tear." Yeah.
All right, do it. Rip and tear until it is done.
And just so you know, Chester's still on the road, sitting upon his horse. I haven't moved.
Yes,
That's-
the
well, you
horse
don't have to,
is mildly spooked from the melon mimic.
Well, it's going to have to deal with itself because I got shit experience riding a damn horse.
That's the best.
All right. You got a
attack.
+4.
Yep, 1d20 plus 4. See if you can hit it. See if you can beat a 13. Somebody roll.
I will.
This is for tower, right?
Right.
Yes.
20 plus 5, right?
Plus 4.
Roll 2 times, right? Claw.
3 times. He's got 3
But
attacks.
only the first time
Yep.
gets his bonus.
I got it.
That'll hit.
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
Hit. That is
That's
a
a
hit.
Wow. I wish I rolled like that.
And so roll 2 2d6 plus 5 3 times. Because we've done about
9.
26 damage.
9.
So 9, 26, plus
9.
18.
18.
Plus 10.
28.
10. Yeah.
Plus 28. So basically double the damage on this thing. It's about it. That's 26 plus 28. Is that right?
28,
So
yeah.
that would be 54.
54.
So it's
Yep.
taken 54 damage. It is not happy. You've about cracked this thing in half. And so now it's going to turn all 3 of its attacks on Tower.
Was
Oh my god, damn it!
almost. Oh, you actually, you do have armor still,
He does have armor still.
because that wouldn't have been counted when you were trying to kill the fleas. I don't think. But
Yeah, he would have taken his armor off in order to do that.
yeah. So you
So,
technically have like 19 HP total. That's
Missed.
a miss.
Let's do that again.
Oh, that's how it works.
That's
That's
a
how
hit.
armor works. So
Mhm.
my armor of 0 just means I have no extra HP. Okay.
Right. We're going to roll it one last time. I hit him twice.
Nice.
I love it. Love it. Some of it. But fortunately, it didn't body slam him, so it's not going to do plus 10 time it hit him. It just didn't. It especially did not like.
Well, he's been doing the most damage to him, so.
Yes, it should body slam him, but it only gets to do that once.
Well, I'm holding him right now.
Yes.
So
Wonderful. So 6. Now let's roll it again. Plus 8.
right. So
15 damage.
Wow.
6 plus 8, 14.
14.
14
yeah.
times.
Okay, so that's his
14
armor.
damage.
So he's still got 5 HP.
And so he still has 5 HP. All right, so top of the initiative.
You want to go first again?
What about Lady? Oh, she already went.
Oh
Yeah, no, I
she
might
went.
as well.
Oh.
I guess I will, sure. I'll try lightning this time, just see how it works.
Wonderful. It is weak to lightning.
Nice. Let's see here. I crit it with a natural 20.
Wonderful. Roll 2d6. Since it's weak, add it together.
Okay. Well, doesn't it normally
Oh.
add it together though? I mean, because it does the kinetic bullet does d6 and the synaptic shock does 2d6. Explain the difference to me.
So the bullet, the synaptic shock doesn't crit. The psychic bullet does. So the psychic bullet, you roll 2d6, take the highest, and if you crit and you got like a 6, you do 21 damage. The synaptic shock will do 2d6 straight damage with a max of 12.
I see. Okay. Well, that right there is a 8 damage.
8 damage.
Hmm.
So you have blasted it for. Did you use the bullet or the shock?
The shock.
Okay, so you hit it for 8 damage, just right out of your brain, and this thing reels in pain. Now, normally, since it's it is does not like lightning at all, but you are far too, like it can't get to you. It wants to attack you, but it can't
I see.
because there's an 8 holding it. GOP. It is not looking good. It is a thoroughly cracked melon, and it can't escape because you're holding it. So what are you going to do?
Try and stab it again.
Alright, roll
This time I'm
stab
going to be a
again.
little more forceful.
Okay,
You
try
know?
it. Try it. I don't
Alright.
believe you. I don't think you're going to get it.
Alright, we'll see. That's a crit.
That is a critical. Roll your critical damage. Get 2 ones. Make me happy.
Right? That would be hilarious.
Fantastic, because this guy has taken 60.
Oh!
No, it is dead.
It is.
stabbed
It's clear through.
You basically take your glaive and you kind of drop it and catch it with one hand and kind of, push up with both hands, dropping the creature and just split it right down the middle in half. And it
I
falls
carved the watermelon.
You carve the watermelon into 2 watermelony chunks. And you can see inside the melon, if you can tell by the image, there's a wooden skull. It looks like a human skull inside the melon. Like a giant peach pit.
I rip it out Mortal Kombat style.
Oh, nice.
All
There
right.
we go.
It is about as big as you, so I need a strength check.
All right. I'm
Do
pretty.
you, so you
pretty
reach both,
tough.
rip out both halves of it.
I just pull. You
Yep.
know,
Okay. So roll a pull
get a
check.
good best grip I can. So that is a 17.
You rip it out there and hold up both halves like the predator. Just you have a trophy
Nice.
Okay.
and plenty of watermelon.
Oh God, I wouldn't touch that. But all right. So I'm trying to get an understanding here of my character's role. So my
Mhm.
character, if I roll everything perfectly, which is unlikely, but if I do, my perfect maximum damage I can do is 17. Now with
With a psychic shot.
or with the bullet, either
Now
way.
with the bullet, your maximum damage with the bullet is 26.
How so?
Okay, so the psychic shock is basically a 2d6 damage attack. So you basically just roll. If you hit, you do 2d6 damage plus your intelligence. The psychic bullet is like a weapon attack. And weapon attacks, when they critical, the highest dice, remember we add everything. So if you roll a 6, that's 21. 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1.
Well, no.
So it'd be a
6
27
plus
would be
6
his
is
max.
12.
No, it would be 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
right. It does like that. Oh, that's right. Okay. And
Yeah.
Tower is doing similar damage, but he gets 3 attacks around. Okay.
That's
And
mhm.
GOP, what's your max you can do in a round?
My max I can do well because I'm attacking for myself and my polar bear. So let me bring up my stuff. So my max is going to be a well, if I'm critting, if we're
Yes.
counting that, then that
Mhm.
would be a 26. And then my polar
So
bear,
52. Okay.
yeah.
And Lady is similar, or is she
No.
just a 26?
I
What is
believe
her weapon plus? I don't know.
the weapon plus for staff is +2. So her max is 23.
3.
23. So we have so Lady is the lowest damage dealer in the group
At the moment, yes.
at the
But
moment.
her damage
And
will increase.
oh, sure. And Towers is the highest. Okay.
Right.
So basically my main role is control and communication. Okay.
Right.
We
But
Okay.
if you
actually
want,
had to kind of nerf Tower's character a little bit too. It was
Yeah.
so
we
overpowered.
nerfed his character
No, I'm
a
just
little
trying to
bit.
understand the system is all.
Yeah.
My apologies for not being clear. I
No,
will.
I think I had it. I just wanted to understand the situation. So we got the werewolf that just destroys everything. We got the cavalier, who is a very effective combatant. You have my character who can do some damage, but is mainly has other purposes. So, therefore, with Lady doing the least amount of damage, what's her strength then? What's her role?
She's a healer.
She's a healer. Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right.
Because
Thank you.
because she's an orc, whenever she does a medical check, she gets to roll 2d20 and take the highest.
I see. Okay, so I get it. She's the healer. Sweet. And she's got potions too.
She
So
does
she
have
has
potions.
she has a little bit of magic on the side. Okay. All right, I get it.
Hmm.
Which
She is the super support.
I
She's the
would
mom of the
recommend.
group, packing lunches.
So what happens if let's say she's the one who's like caring for us when we're doing medical rolls for our rests, right? If she's doing that, can we support that role, or
Can
would or no?
now normal civilized people, yes, You could support by holding still and making sure that nothing, happens or, no role play reason gets in the way.
Okay.
Mechanically, you're not going to buffer or give her any negatives.
Okay. I was just seeing if there was any effect.
Nope. She has been around enough wounded people. She knows she knows her business.
All right. I was just seeing if there was like an aid function or something. Okay, but so in the future we should probably have her roll our rests.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know now. All right. Cool.
Because even an orc, because I know that she does have skill in medical, even an orc with no skill in medical still gets to roll 2d20. Because it is such a part of their culture.
So do we get to like harvest anything out of this, or?
Oh yes, you can harvest as much of it as you'd like. You can harvest up to 3 tons of watermelon. Because while it was pulling itself across the ground, it was still pretty heavy.
So how big did you say this skull was?
The skull is as big as you.
Oh, nice.
You could make some cool armor out of it.
I was thinking about that.
I wouldn't mind going around and looking at the root system
Mm-hmm.
and like seeing if there's any bulges or anything, because apparently it's probably eaten a lot of other things.
Yes.
And get the woofy guy to rip apart the root system. See if we
Old
find any.
school looting.
It's very nice, lady.
So as you go to harvest the melon proper, I need a survival roll from you, GOP, as Lady goes to take Bow Ow, as I'm going to call him because he's beat up so bad, over to examine the root system.
That would be a. I'm currently riding the polar bear, poking around. So that would be a. Wait, what did you say the roll was? Medical?
Survival.
Survival. I'm sorry. That would be a 17.
17. So with a 17 in your survival, you realize this is really good looking watermelon. Almost too good. And you know the look of blood when you see it. And you begin to notice some bits of bone and claws and other things that are part of the melon. You have meat melon. Because everything that this thing has eaten is absorbed into the melony carapace. That's why it had so much health, as you had to cut through it to reach the skull.
A blood melon mimic.
Well, it's just whenever it eats something, it
Yeah.
it basically, whack. It doesn't have anywhere else to go. It doesn't have a digestive tract. It just absorbs it like a plant.
What about weapons or coins? Anything of value?
What do you think I'm looking for?
I know, right?
Nothing inside of it, but as you go to examine the root system, make a perception for me.
Me or lady?
Lady.
I mean, I could probably check too.
The fairest orc of them all.
9.
9, alright. You don't notice anything. You do see that the root system does have some bags next to it.
Check the bags out.
Tyler, can you make me a perception roll as well, Mr. Super?
Mr. Super Nose over there.
Yep,
Yeah,
Super Nose.
which is funny because his perception's actually not that high, but he does have that nose, so I don't know how that affects his rolls.
Yes, he gets to make a roll through his. He would normally automatically get it, but he has the perfume burps, which have been kind of messing that up.
Okay, well, it's a d20 plus 2 for his perception, and then whatever. Yeah. But
Well, I'm saying that basically his scent is negated right now because he smells perfume.
okay, so 20 plus 2.
Right.
D20 plus 2.
D20 plus 2, please.
Chester, you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, I'm reading right now. You can do it.
Okay, D20.
No,
8.
Show him in chat, by the way.
8. All right. So he doesn't notice
You're
anything.
so rolling so
Can
well.
I roll my perception on the roots?
No, because you're over there harvesting melon. There's 3
Oh, that's
tons of
true.
melon to harvest. You're not running over to me.
Well, I'm digging down deep, so I mean, maybe I'll
Yeah.
find something.
You'll find something. Don't
All
worry.
right. All right. I did roll pretty high, so.
You did roll pretty high. I'm gonna get you. Anyways, so you find basically the loot of the people this thing has eaten and discarded.
That's in the
You
bag.
find 13 chets. You find a discarded bottle of whiskey.
Oh.
And you find a +4 iron axe.
Ooh. But who uses axes in the group? Anyone? I don't think so.
Nope.
No
But
one.
it's still a good item.
Yep, because it's steel. You have to have at least a strength of 5 to use it effectively. You can still swing it, but you won't get any of its plus to damage. It's +4.
+4 steel axe, and you said 13 chet
13 chet.
Whiskey.
and a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, that's what he found.
Yep, and 1 healing potion. And who would like to roll how much this potion actually heals you?
The healer.
Because it's basically yes, roll 2d20 and plus your medical, take the highest. Because it's basically a medical check in a bottle. That's what this is.
So I got a
9
+2.
11. Wonderful. So you have got a healing potion that will heal supernaturally for 11.
I guess I'll hand Lady the. Oh no, who found it? Was the lady who found it?
Lady found it.
Oh, okay, so she's got this in her inventory. All right, cool.
Yep. Tower.
Here. He don't get nothing. He not here.
Now,
All right. One of the things that
Yeah, tower. You call.
yes, could you make me a d20 roll a luck check for me, please?
for Chester, are you still reading Chester?
All right, Chester.
Yeah, a luck roll. What's his
Yes.
bonus?
I don't think there's.
No bonus. It's just a flat d20.
Oh, that's good.
16.
Wonderful. You notice one of the roots slithers underground incredibly quickly.
It's regenerating.
It's just escaping to regrow again another day.
Yeah.
You gonna let it just get away?
I mean, he could try digging through the earth after it.
Can I slash at the ground for it?
You slash at the ground and chuck a big old clod of dirt that barely misses Lady's head as she's looking.
Fair enough. I'm okay with that.
So is that what he got for? Okay. All right. Cool.
Oh! By the way, that pendant necklace I'm wearing, I open it up and I put the tea bag of alcohol in my mouth.
Wonderful. You also uncover something whenever you swipe at the ground. It's
What-
shiny.
Oh.
Ooh, shiny. Me take shiny.
Okay, you have something that you have no idea what this is, but you could probably show Mr. Chester and he could elaborate on what this is.
Me take big shiny to a little elf man.
Okay.
Golden cod piece.
I look at it.
It's a gold codpiece.
It is a pocket watch.
Okay.
Oh,
It still runs.
It still works. So
does.
let me see here. Should I make what roll will you want me to make to understand what this is?
You would make just a knowledge roll, just generic knowledge.
Okay.
See how educated you are. I believe you as a player are more educated than actor.
I would assume so. Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah. But all right. So let me see here. So that's going to be this plus this.
You know what this is. This
It's a
a
15,
time teller.
and it's at a level 5 intelligence. So
Yes, this is a This is a time teller some call a clock that was made probably maybe 100 years ago by the Iron Gnomes before they went extinct. This is a very valuable collector's item because while the dwarves can replicate it with no iron gnomes to actually go inside of the clock and service it like a car, they can't make it run indefinitely. This watch will never stop running. It is a perpetual motion clock.
See,
Me
well,
take shiny out of his hand and put round neck.
yes, I tell you that it's for. I tell you that. I tell you it's for keeping time, and it's very valuable. You probably sell it for lots of alcohol.
Time irrelevant where I need
Fair enough.
ye.
All right. So you are all able to now continue on the sunny path. Would anybody else like to pick up some fruit?
No.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So as you're going down the path, you see all these different things that I've described earlier, which was distracted by a melon mimic, which I wasn't even expecting. And you begin to see that the topography of the area is changing. The sunny path, the beautiful trees that are some changing color, some blooming, some with wonderful flower blossoms, all kinds of things are just bursting with life until you begin a little bit into the clear path of the forest. The sunny path is over and the road stops, and you are at basically the mouth of a creek.
Okay.
And so your path now follows the creek towards civilization.
All right.
What are you doing? Are you going to get any water, or are you just going to...
Continue on.
All right. So about this time, as you push forward through in this area, you feel a bit heavier. You notice that the realm of the deity in this place has altered. You're not sure whose land you're on, right? Everybody, make me an aura roll.
Mm. 23. Ooh. And Towers is his aura is nothing. He has no aura, so no bonus.
Wonderful. So,
He got a 10. I rolled a 3, but then again, I'm agnostic.
yeah. So, you have drawn its attention, which is wonderful. But that's all right. He loves agnostic people. He considers agnostics his followers. So you have moved into an area, and it seems very still and quiet. And as you're kind of going through, you notice there's no wind in this forest. There's no wind. There's no more birds, and the water is still. And it's very strange because the water looks as though it's frozen in time, like nothing. There's no white water, like when it goes over a little dip, it's just completely calm and still, like a unified organism. It's just, the only things moving are ants and other things under the foliage. There's no squirrels, no chipmunks, no nothing. And you basically go on your path, and if you weren't, adventurers experienced in some form of supernatural, you wouldn't think anything strange. You would just think it's a quiet day. But as you're kind of walking around and having to circumvent certain areas in order to avoid being kind of a little confined due to the size of the polar bear that's with you, and avoiding obvious signs of other large predators that have moved through this area, you don't want to signal that there's a challenger, aka polar bear, in the area. because that would just bring an unnecessary fight. And given the abilities of your party, you don't want to just bring about the death of some random creature for no reason. And so this is what you have been unfurrowed to, and you may take that as you will, that this is unnaturally quiet. GOP, what do you do when presented with the stillness?
Wait, I have an objection.
Yes,
Can I sniff the trees in the air?
you can
Just
sniff
take. Can I take a deep, vital whiff?
You can take a deep, vital whiff. You smell nothing. It's as
I
if
look.
the trees and the air are not giving off any scent. Like nothing about them dies, because actual scent is discarded particles, often dead material off of objects, but no pollen, no death, no nothing. Just stillness.
Oh, I look at. I look at the little elf man. Little elf man. There's still no smell. Bad.
I realize that something's weird, like something is wrong about this place. I'm just on guard, but I'm not going to. There's nothing else I'm really
Can
gonna
we
do.
please?
Traveling through.
The car seat, so it starts squishing her.
Lady, can you make me a perception for me? Miss Celtic?
Yeah.
There we go. It wasn't showing up. I was like, did she hear me?
15.
15. All right. You notice it as a void walker that there is an entity on the other side of the veil that is responsible for this happening. It is definitely not a god, or at least not one that anyone can remember their name. You know its name. This is the realm of Agnos, which is the god of nothing. But in the flip of it is the god of everything that is absent.
Right. So I know that what do we do to he can't really come to this dimension, right? It's
No.
just the veil of it.
It's a veil of nothingness, Agnos. He is the foremost proponent of creation. He loves reality. He thinks it's the best place ever and will do everything within his nigh omniscient, omnipotent power to protect it. But he is also utterly powerless. Think of him like an actor who wasn't paid to show up in the movie but wants to have an influence in it. He wants to be the lead actor, but he can't because he wasn't paid to be that actor. So he sits
We get
there with
passage through this place then.
Agnos loves all living things and loves to watch them in their machinations, but also likes to watch them squirm. So you don't have to do anything. Agnos, like agnostics who he believes serve him because they believe in nothing. Therefore, they believe in him. That's the way he thinks of it. You don't have to do anything for him. He, by nature of existence, is a fullness, his shadow. And like a child, he is captivated by his shadow. Because the opposite of nothing is
Okay.
something.
What I can do for the party though is encourage them to move past this area. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I do. I'm giving encouragement that we continue on. Don't stop. Don't get off the path.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yeah. Make sure everyone stays on the path. It's all right. Just walk and talk normally.
And so, as
Not
you
you talking to the dog.
as you pass by this place, you notice, lady, something about the trees. The reason that they don't give off a smell is, like I said, how Agnos loves to see how everything works. These trees are all prehistoric species. And you realize this area, this tiny area of Agnos, hasn't changed since he first started paying attention to it. A leaf hasn't fallen, a breeze hasn't blown. It's like a still image.
I'll let the elf know.
All right. So
This place hasn't changed since the beginning of time, or since Ognog started paying attention to it. There
Exactly.
might actually be some very rare plant fibers, or I don't know about animals, but
There are little critters running around, but they're just kind of in a loop.
yeah, they probably got stuck in here from the outside.
Mhm. But there are, if you look hard enough, there are prehistoric species of isopods and other things, like, trilobite-looking things and stuff like that.
I know nothing about prehistoric plant life, though, right?
No.
Because this is
The
probably even before the creation of animals,
Yes,
I
this would
bet
predate.
like the world of before there were sentient beings.
Yeah, the Cambrian period of Earth. Before there was any, the only things on land were trees, basically, and some bugs.
At some time in my future, I'm going to want to come back and study in this place if possible.
All right, so I need you to make me a
But that's
survival.
in the future.
Yes, if you get to the
Survival?
future,
Okay.
make me a survival roll to write a map to this area.
Um,
I currently
Yeah.
watching a stream.
okay,
Where?
I guess just gets one. Oh, survival's +2. 120. 15, 16,
Wonderful.
17.
You make an exact path from the point where you killed the watermelon mimic, which is a very, popular path, all the way kind of. You realize that you took a little bit of a detour in one place, and that's what put you here, and you mark exactly. You now have a map to the realm of Agnes.
Character. If you probably took one of these like ancient creatures that's extinct back to like the what is it, the mountain or the tower, whatever the elf kingdom place is, probably be somebody there who would pay you handsomely for it. Just saying.
That's the point. This is the animals that are in here come from the other side or from a different time.
Yeah,
They got
from
stuck
time.
here. And I'm fearing that if I come here and start doing something, that I will be stuck here. But
Very possible.
that's
You might
why
be
I
stuck here
want to
now.
go figure this study now. We're not changing this area. We're going to go on through. Spell Octanic, please.
All right, so, the
Did he
people
not?
who rolled low, Chester and Tower, you will leave with a gift of Agnos. That take it as you will, but he has left his mark, both for better or for ill. So, continuing on, I believe if my slides are right, I don't randomly give away a character. Nope.
Write something
perfectly.
down for what their gift is, or
I'll get to that right here.
okay.
You reach the Falls of Formash. The Falls of Formash is the largest waterfall in this area. Everything seems to have come back to life. There are trees, there are birds, there are small animals like foxes and some rabbits that are being chased by the foxes. There are fish, there are crawdads on rocks. This is a very, very lively area, and only just a few 100 yards away from that weird place. The food in this area is apples, oranges, dates, and olives. Resources, mushrooms, lumber, and foliage. So this is a great place if you want to collect anything for your larder, as they call it, and wash off in the falls. What do you guys what would you like to do?
Is it?
Well, as we've been traveling, I mean, lady, you're collecting. I would assume anything of like any sort of plants of value, ingredients and
To the
stuff.
place where time is frozen, yes.
Oh, you were collecting there?
No, I was not.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
collect there, I'd be stuck there probably.
that's certainly a possibility. But I'm
But here, yeah.
Just reminding Puffin, so if you want her to do like a survival roll or something, so if
Yes.
she does happen to find something on the
A
way.
perception roll.
Perception and survival.
Whichever one I guess is higher then.
Yes.
Both the same.
Also, because this place is so nice, it reduces the time you need for short rests by 1. So you only have to rest for 2 to 3 hours, depending, in order to fully recover on medical. So if anyone's taken HP damage, you can.
Didn't find anything. In fact, you lost something.
All right. You see this strange watermelon off to the side?
No!
Just kidding.
That's what happened the last time you inspected. Oh my god. You rolled a 1 at that time too.
No, she actually finds a large mushroom.
Go for standard operating procedures when I make collect things. Make sure I know what it is exactly.
Well, you have no idea what this mushroom is. You've never seen it before.
Okay, so it's in an individual bag on my
Okay.
hip, the back.
Okay.
I can take it to a town and get it identified then before I
Yep.
do anything with it.
Wonderful. I love it. Mr.
Oh,
Chester,
they can keep me alive later. Okay.
you've been quiet. I fear I have offended you. What do you do in this fertile paradise, Mr. Psionicist?
Are we making camp or something?
The option was on the table if you wanted to, because you have
What
abundant
time of
food
day is
around.
it?
It's about 2 in the afternoon.
Well, my character prefers just to move along.
All right, moving along. You go through the forest. Who would like to make me a luck roll? Just a generic 1d20.
My luck isn't great. Chester, you want to roll this or?
If you'd like, sure. Let's see here.
Just roll. And how do you calculate luck? It's not one of the skills.
No, it's not. I just think because I tend to
19.
roll low when I'm,
Yeah,
19.
okay.
Wonderful. So you guys reach the town of Voltaire, bordering the mountain range of Emprum. And one of the final stops in your journey. You have traveled, it took you about 6 hours to reach this place, and it's about 8 o'clock. There's people moving in. That Voltaire is completely inhabited by humans. Complete 500 population and 1 wizard. It's a level 10 wizard. With moderate resources, it's a humble town, but there's plaster and wooden and wicker houses, and there are lightning rods, large iron outside of the village, so it's actually well protected from the elements and storms. It's a wonderful place if you'd like to stay. There's multiple different inns, and the people are generally nice to species not their own. They speak human and Yatosh. Welcome.
you're our handler, Chester. So what would you
I
like?
I'm
can't
sorry,
speak
what?
either one of those language.
The
I cannot speak any of those languages, so
I speak all
You-
languages, so yeah.
yeah, well they speak. Wait, you said they speak what? They speak Yatosh and just
And
common
human.
Yeah.
or human.
Yeah.
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 Yatosh and
What do
human.
you need me to do?
You
Well, you don't need to roll anything. Do you want to talk to them about lodging, or would you like to do anything in the town?
Do they have
The
lodging
town,
in this place?
they do. They have 2 hotels,
Hmm.
modestly family owned. 2 or 3 people.
Well,
But
GOP and Tower character, have they ever been in a hotel in their life?
they have not.
Yeah. So they probably would want to camp outside. So
They have a stable.
okay. Um all right then. I guess I stable them.
Okay.
And
Wait.
I being a city person, I'd prefer to stay in a room if I could. So
Mhm.
I get them I pay for stable for them, and I get a room for myself and the other redeemer, I guess.
Their stabling is free.
Okay.
The town of Voltaire loves animals and animalistic humanoids, even though they're treated like animals. And so, Tower, you are given this wonderful large hay bed. Looks like, something that a wolf or a dog would love to bed down in. And your own, like, wooden fence all around you to keep out people from waking you up. There's a pail of water in the side and a fresh pig thigh bone to gnaw on.
Look at you, so fancy.
There's also a pig thigh for your polar bear, but he has to stay in a different stall than
Then I can't stay with the polar bear. Oh, I'm sad. But I
you can stay in the one next to him.
all
And
right.
it's just a wooden fence. You can still reach through and scratch him.
Okay. Well, then that's okay then. I'm cool with that.
Are you sure they'll be okay in there? I'll ask Chester's character.
That's where they usually say. How much does all this cost me?
For the 2 rooms, it's going to cost you 5 chets.
All right. So I stable the horses as well, mule, all that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and
Lady, sorry.
I just go to the room and relax, I guess.
All right, so you go to relax in the room. Lady, I need you to make me 2 luck rolls as you're walking around the village, with him
Looking
hanging.
for herbalist shop to identify this mushroom.
Yes, you can. Take it out of
Okay.
your burlap sack.
Just one roll or 2
2
rolls.
rolls, please.
So you want 2 different dice or a roll at the same time?
Just doesn't matter. Just 2d20.
Here's one.
Wonderful.
That was a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Comes the other one. 13.
Great. That's
Want to see if I
fantastic.
can roll a 14 now?
If you do, it'll be much faster acting. Anyways, so, okay.
No, I didn't.
All right, wonderful. So, now, Tower, when you're walking around to the stable, you will notice a very strange odor as you're going in. But I'll just leave it at that. It smells very earthy.
By the way, before we left them, lady, would you have rolled a healing thing for us, because Tower is still beat up.
Oh,
really
is he?
bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
let's
roll
roll
a healing thing for him and me. I'd
Oh, that's
appreciate it.
2d20, right?
Right. And your heal will
Okay, so that's
supersede the heal that
Actually, I don't need a heal. I just need to repair my armor.
I'm just rolling 2d20s. Just take them differently.
Ooh.
That'd be
So the
13.
natural 20 plus 2. A Tower, after this rest, you will heal 22 hit points.
Okay.
Lady coming through clutch. Mr.
Not when I'm rolling for myself. Of course not.
Mr. Chester, when you go to your room, I will, you have an event that will occur. Good sir.
All right. I don't need
But
any
first,
healing. I'm undamaged.
you're
And I'll repair
undamaged.
some of my armor
But
too.
first, I'm going to get to Lady at the herbalist shop.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
All right.
as you've been going, people people are coughing and moving around normally. You don't really think anything of it, but as you reach into the to grab the mushroom, you realize the mushroom's opened up in your bag and has been releasing spores.
Oh, crap.
And since it's a burlap sack, they easily just sift through.
Yeah. Yeah, take it into the herbalist shop. Oh, shit. Not be worth anything. Nothing now. Huh? Yeah, just take it. Come for an identification.
The old lady in the herbalist shop was like, "This is a very strange mushroom. I've never seen anything like it before. I will give you. Your skin is such a perfect shade of green. How do you do it?"
called being a half orc.
Half-orc.
Yeah.
I have never met one before. Thank you for gracing me with 2 things I've never seen before. And for that, I will give you an extra chat. Could I purchase this mushroom off of you?
Yeah,
She will
but
give
you
you.
can't identify it.
I don't know what it is. I'll need a night to try to identify it in my books.
I'll sell it to you, but will you
I will tell
let
you
me come
all
back
about it.
tomorrow?
Oh, of
Okay.
course. I will tell you all about it. She will give you 5 jets for it, the price of the room.
All right.
And she'll go about, and one of her grandsons is out there. He's like, Grandma, what do you have there? "Oh, it's a mushroom. Don't touch it. It could be poisonous. Although, if it were, I'm sure this nice lady here would have already been feeling its effects. So, the night goes on. You go back. Mr. Chester, you feel a disturbance in the force.
Let me know when I can knock on his door.
You can knock on his door right after this.
Okay.
You feel a disturbance in the force, Mr. Chester.
Mm-hmm.
Sebulba, you can sense that there is a shift in the mindset of the people around the town.
Okay.
You hear that there's elation, people are happy, and you hear just surface thoughts, and you hear what sounds like you hear like hey, give that back, stop that, you can't do that, blah blah blah, all this type of stuff. And you realize there's a small festival happening. Most of the town, almost the entire population shows up, and they're all eating stew outside. They're celebrating, they're drinking, and you realize must focus, must keep Tower asleep, because if he wakes up, he'll drink all this alcohol and ruin this.
Yep.
So now, lady can knock on your door.
Knock knock.
Yes.
It's me. Show.
I let her in.
I have five. It was a total of 5 coins, right? You can't split a shell, right? Or whatever you call it.
A chet.
A chet.
Yeah, you got a total of 5 jets.
I'll give him 3 of them. Ching, ching.
I don't need them.
Oh, I sold them. Okay. Take them back. Put them with her 13 then.
Make a perception roll for me, please, Sebulba. Kind sir.
All right. Perception. Is this a social perception or just standard perception?
Standard perception.
I think it's time for a hot bath.
8.
You smell something very earthy around her. It smells like it's coming just from her.
Okay. Is that different than normal?
She usually doesn't have much of a smell to her at all.
What is that smell upon you?
I don't know.
As you
Earth?
begin to examine yourself, you realize it's coming from your empty mushroom bag.
Oh, it's coming from this. That's what I had the mushroom in. It was also open when I opened it to sell it. Hello? Am I
Yeah.
still here?
Yeah, you're still
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
That it was letting its spores go. I didn't think anything of it. That's what mushrooms do.
All right. Sorry about that. I cut out for a minute.
Good. Does she see anything interesting in her bag then?
Oh no, it smells earthy, and it's got
Just
little black specks.
Yeah, maybe I should go wash it out.
Where are we at?
You're in a
town.
town. The town of Voltaire, you are in a stable, gnawing on a pork bone in a nice hay bed. And in the stall next to you is a polar bear, and in the stall over is GOP.
I'm repairing my armor, by the way.
Make an armor repair roll for me. A workshop roll.
Yeah, crafting roll.
Use stuff roll. A craft, they call it.
Hey, are there any streams or like wells in the town?
18.
You'll be able to. You heal 18 points of your.
Or actually,
You have no interest in such things. The bone is the only thing that you're interested in.
no. Hear me out. Hear me
No,
out.
no, I've already made my
Yes.
mental choice.
Come on now.
No,
Let me
because
talk
I
to the
can't do
DM.
anything. I'm just sitting in this room controlling you, and that's all I can do. So eat the bone.
I'm not going to do anything destructive. I'm going to do something that's smart. God damn it! I'm going to make us money.
How are you gonna?
Okay.
I want to hear this.
Okay. So right. Is there? Can you hear me, Puffin?
I
We hear
can.
Okay. Are there any horse troughs nearby? Because we're in a bar.
There are horse troughs. At this point, Sebulba, you have a stroke of genius in your mind.
Oh.
You decide to shift something, just shift something in his mind, and you realize, why didn't I ever do that before? And you don't have to watch him anymore. Continue. What are you doing?
Okay. Awesome. So here's my idea. I take my pendant of make anything it touches alcohol into the horse trough to make it a giant horse trough of alcohol. Now I'm gonna drink a little bit of this. By little, I mean probably like 10-ish gallons.
And you say I don't have
and
to
then
pay
I'm going.
attention to him. Really?
Yes.
You
So
don't worry.
So I drank some of the horse trough. That's now like perfect beer, right? I now pick up the horse trough, walk it to the nearest tavern, look at the tavern owner, and say, "I have big beer for sale." And I
No,
set the tub down in the middle of the bar.
the bar is empty.
Because they're all
Why?
outside celebrating.
They're all at a festival in the street. Beer is.
I'm going. Okay. I pick up trough, go to the middle of the festival, and say, "B has truffle beer, $1 per cup."
They don't know what $1 is,
Yeah.
but they will happily partake, and they offer you
What?
some stew.
They offer me what?
Stew. From
Stew.
the
I
big pot.
Okay. I eat stew, and they have big tub of beer.
These are communist, dude. You're not paying attention.
Some of them will give you like 1 or 2 chets because the older people want you to enjoy your stay. And they think that it's wonderful that you would carry it, and for your trouble of carrying the trough, because they need to, wash it out anyways, they will pay you for that.
Okay.
This stew tastes very earthy.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I know what's going.
Me too.
Why'd you do this to me?
The lady rolled a 1.
So, you go back and you're feeling pretty good, and I would normally have you make me a resistance roll, but you have a parasite in your gut, and I'm going to use that right now for a natural 1 on that roll.
Yay!
So,
I'm gonna shit my pants.
the parasite's gone, but the effects are astounding. Well, let's go to Sebulba. Mr. Sebulba.
Oh, I love this.
Mr. Sebulba, you have in your room some of the most wonderful amenities that you've ever seen, and a number of different notes that are written on the wall.
Okay.
You realize they haven't really changed this room, and the local wizard stayed in this room recently and has some magical notes, as well as a interesting piece of paper on a dungeon nearby that has a rather large reptile living in it.
I see.
A dragoony?
And, well, you're not sure what type of reptile, but you think that perhaps this could add to your redemption quest. While it is not the exact creature of your focus, it could be very good practice when dealing with large reptiles.
But this would not fulfill the quest.
It would
Give them practice.
It would keep them in practice, and it would work towards the quest because you would be doing a service, just getting rid of the thing anyways. So you would probably get better help from the redeemers in the area once you arrive to confront this large threat.
Okay.
But you do not have to. It's just something that's there, and this with your intelligence and psychic ability to just kind of look over it really fast. That's what you can glean.
I see. So, what time is it?
It is 9:00.
It is. It's 9:02.
I think he meant in game, but yeah.
Oh. Well, canonically.
I
All right.
will take that note and I'll put it on the end table and I will go to sleep.
All right, you go to sleep, lady. You're having a bath. Are you not?
Yes.
All
Hot
right.
water.
It feels fantastic. And while you're taking a bath, you won't have to roll for this because you feel not itchy. You know what it feels like when you scratch your own itch? That sense of relief.
Yeah.
You feel that all over your body and realize something's crawling.
She can't see him, whatever it is.
Oh, as you look, it's very small. It's like these little black spores on you have suddenly grown roots and are moving around on you.
Oh shit. I think of them. They're probably in her head, on her head, and never. Yeah. Blow out her nose. Try to wipe out her, clean out her ears, and submerge yourself.
Anything that hasn't come in contact with liquid is completely inert and harmless. So when you breathe,
Okay.
it's just you would cough and you'd pretty much be fine. But anything that landed on the ground would begin to spore and just grow normally. But you haven't ingested any, which is the key point, along with a liquid, like per se in a stew, for example.
Yeah. Get out of the water as best you can, and then using fresh water, push all the water out.
Yep.
Let it run. Get it off of her.
Yep. Then you get it off.
Grab a towel and go bang on the psychic store.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
Knock 2-3 times until he answers. He doesn't
Fine,
answer.
I answer the door.
There she is with wet hair, with a towel wrapped around her. There's a problem. The mushroom I brought in is doing something to the town. Has to be. There's probably some little bitty spores on the bathroom floor that has grown roots.
Then go tell someone of authority.
We should tell the bacteria to go fight the fungi.
She goes back to her room, gets redressed. She hasn't breathed it in, so she puts a tightly woven thing over her face.
I go back to bed.
All right, you go back to bed. The COVID mushroom has struck. Anyways,
she's wondering if he doesn't care about it.
Okay.
Why should
I literally have the flaw uncaring. Literally.
I love it. I love it when people roleplay their flaws so perfectly. So, are you going to sleep, lady?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep.
I told you to go tell someone in authority.
Yeah.
They're not going to believe me.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Hey, she says she's going to sleep. She can go to sleep. You're going to sleep.
I don't care.
The only
I love
person
our
awake,
party.
the only one that's awake and sober is GOP.
You're all
We
in
can
good
change
hands.
that. Would you like beer, GOP?
Nope. I'm working on my crafting.
Okay, so
Wait, you said I had a parasite. Can I viciously shit in the stall next to him to interrupt his crafting?
That's
You're
the
not
bear spot.
there. You left.
You left.
You
You're
left.
in the streets. You viciously crap yourself in the middle of the streets, and the other drunk people around you are like, "Ah!" They're laughing, and then someone gets a shovel to get rid of it. And they're just
Yeah.
like, they're like, doing the drunk chant. "Ah, da, da." They're eating stew and drinking,
I
and
start clapping with all four hands.
they're clapping too. They think it's the coolest thing ever because they're used to bestial people, like beast people being here. So it's not weird to see you with 4 arms. So the children are running around, but you notice something right before you kind of lose consciousness and they drag you back to your stall. Nobody's thrown up, and that's very strange for a drinker.
Because they had some
Oh.
stew beforehand.
It's almost like something's absorbing all the liquid, and then you pass out. Okay.
Oh.
So,
So now we have drunken spores.
GOP, I will give you a survival roll. Your polar bear automatically passes. Sometime in the night when you finish crafting around 1 or 2 in the morning, because you had to use up all your remaining leather and pieces from the boars that you killed in order to repair your armor. Your polar bear begins growling. And that's a bad sign, because polar bears are afraid of nothing. Now, in a fantasy world, there are things bigger and meaner than polar bears. But as far as animals go, they fear nothing. For a polar bear to be growling or feel threatened by something is bad.
I would immediately know something was wrong, because it's not normal. So
Mhm.
I look around, try to be as alert as I can.
You see a man standing outside of your stall.
I quickly jump to my feet and I hold my I've got my spear in my hand already, because it would have been right next to me. Who goes there?
Water.
Is there
The water
he
in
took
his-
one of the troughs, but he didn't. I'm sure there's other troughs, right?
There are.
I point him towards another trough, kind of further down in the stalls.
You hear this banging, clanging noise coming from further down the hall.
I'm assuming the fences aren't that high in here. I could probably see
No,
what.
you just hop over
So
at your height.
what do I see down the hall?
You see people like goldfish after food, basically banging and hitting up against each other. One person's already drowned, just trying to absorb all the water in this in the trough.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And
Where am I at? Passed out?
Yeah, you're passed out, but you'll be getting up shortly.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to. Did they bring him back here? Right or no?
That was earlier. He's already passed out.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is he passed out where he's supposed to be?
Yes,
Or
he
is
is.
Okay. I go to wake him up.
When you go to wake him up, you see that his eyes have rolled back in his head. Instead of eyelids closing his eyes, there are roots covering them. And whereas normally you would have flesh and tendril, in the mouth of if you pull back his gums like you would a dog, over the teeth are the roots of mushrooms. And you get to experience the nice mushroom zombie that is Tower, as he knows one type of water that he can get is blood. So roll initiative.
Yeah,
Wait, who? Wait, me?
and he's
Yes.
still at 5 HP because he didn't get a chance to heal.
No, he rested.
I
This is
healed, remember?
yeah.
It was
She
like-
did a heal.
I
and
know,
it was-
but that's after his That would take
Yeah.
effect after his proper rest, and he only went to bed.
Am I so you're making GOP beat the fuck out of me as a mushroom zombie?
Kill
He's not going
is
to
the
beat
word.
the. Yeah, well, yeah, he could kill you as a mushroom zombie if he wanted to.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna knock
Yeah,
him
he's
out.
not going to kill you. He's going to restrain you so that you don't hurt yourself and can fully heal. But you is probably are going to get a good swing on him because you're a mushroom zombie.
Okay.
So
Well, he's laying down. I'm standing up over him. So.
yes. So
You should write that
just roll
down,
in-
lady. You murdered a town.
You're right.
Good work. Good
roll
day's work.
initiative.
This
Yeah.
is great karma.
Well, you'll also get some XP for all the people you killed with mushrooms. So, because I do that. If you kill a town with mushrooms, it may not be a very moral act, and you may get on some watch lists by everywhere. But you still get
Nobody
XP.
knows I brought that mushroom to town, but a few people. That's it.
But here's the thing. All this does is give us an excuse to go on another redemption quest. But you're going to be one of the people getting redemption. Yeah, it's from a redeemer to having to be the redeemed.
Oh gosh.
So, anyways, roll initiative, please.
All
GOP
right.
and Tower. I would love it. Now, I wouldn't love it. I think it'd be hilarious if Tower just did a full round action, critted on every single attack, and GOP just fell over
kills
dead.
me. Yeah, that'd be
Just-
hilarious.
You're rolling for him.
All right.
And why isn't he doing his own rolling anyway?
Okay, well, because he's not home, so he can't.
He is,
Yeah, I'm currently doing 75 miles an hour on the highway.
So I got
you can drive
a.
75.
I'm not mounted in here, so I got a 16.
Okay, so roll for.
I'm first.
All right, what are you doing?
Um,
He begins foaming at the mouth like.
I'm going to try and smack him and knock him out.
Okay. Roll
so-
to hit it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try and do lethal damage on him, but
Yep. And all you have to do is
Whack.
declare non-lethal, and the damage
Yeah.
you do will not bring him below 0.
Okay.
The fun thing about this is, though, the mushrooms have knit together his wounds, and he has a +10 mushroom armor, as well as the animation to his body has increased his defense. So his AC is 13 instead of 14.
Aren't you glad I look for mushrooms everywhere I go?
Okay. His AC is 14. All right.
Well, he has an 8 plus his 5 agility plus 1 for the mushrooms. 15, sorry, my apologies.
Oh, cool. All right. So I'm probably not gonna hit, but. Oh, I do hit.
You got him.
And I've
Roll
got
that.
a plus 3. So
That's a critical.
Yep. So
Critical.
I'm gonna give him a nice whacking. Try and knock him out so I can take him over to the party.
Okay, roll.
Right. 2d6. 3, so that would be, what is that?
6.
6 plus 6 or plus 5, so 11 points
11.
of damage.
So he is at 4. So now it is time for the mushroom zombie to attack, and I will be rolling his attacks.
All right, do it.
Fortunately, as a mushroom zombie, he does not get his bonus to hit because the fungus does not have full motor function control. It just has ambient manipulation. So 3d20.
And I'm not mounted right now, so I'm going to be trying to dodge.
You get out of the way of all of his flurry of blows. What are you doing?
Okay, well, I'm going to try and do another non-lethal attack on him.
Okay, roll it.
12 plus 3.
15. So you have to get higher than his defense. So
Oh, okay, so I don't
he
hit
will
him.
block your blow.
All right.
Metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
And he will try to once again slash at you, his friend.
That would be a. So what is so
One hit.
my endurance is a 5, or agility is I'm sorry, my agility's at 2. My bad. So I would get hit with 2 of these then.
2 of those. So
Yep.
it's just 2d6. Sorry, I re-rolled that. And like the lightning strike, since it's not adding the +5, it's just the 2d6 added together for 7.
7.
Oh wow, crap! The wrong button again. Again, I did.
7
8
and
for
8.
15.
So 15 points of damage to me. All right. That'll
As
go
he
against
begins
my-
clawing, and you notice that he is beginning to tire as the fungus is draining the moisture from his body. And
All right.
so,
Gonna whack him again.
okay, whack him.
Oh! Okay.
Oh
Nat
my
20.
goodness gracious! Roll a bonk check. Goodness.
Bonk check. Oh, 21 plus 5. So 26 bonking damage.
All right, so
He is thoroughly bonked.
unfortunately, a critical on non-lethal, a natural 20, is probably going to be kind of lethal. But since you were rolled a natural 20 and were directly declaring it, you hit him not on the head, but you punch him in the gut, and he vomits stew everywhere. And there's this little black core in the center, and it's kind of stuck hanging out of his mouth. You grab it and rip it, and it pulls it out of his teeth and off of his eyes, and it's just a nasty mess, like pulling hair out of the drain. It's just gross. And you just pull it out, and it's almost about like 2 or 3 feet long worth of stuff out of his system. And you just throw it on the ground, and it dries out almost immediately as it absorbs the water from itself.
To grab him by the scuff, get on my polar bear. Well, I'm gonna put him. I'm not gonna drag him. He's
Well,
almost
all the
dead.
people.
Hey, he's holding me by my my armor's harness, like a harness point.
Yep. But I have to roll the attacks for all the people in here who have now decided to attack.
Oh, they're not focused on the water.
They finished it.
Okay. Oh, 2 crits. Nice.
Wonderful. Fortunately, zombies can't critical. They're just normal hits. So.
All right. So that's 4
This will
hits.
be basically as your polar bear. This is against you and your polar bear as you're basically pushing past them, knocking them out of the way. Roll it all at once for 15 damage.
15 points of damage. All right.
And you basically just explode out of the stable door to about 400 different plant zombies looking for anything water related. They've already turned on each other and have begun, there's some people, the older people are dead on the ground as husks, with the funguses sporing out of them.
I
race
to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I turn as I'm still grabbing Sully.
Mm-hmm.
I turn my polar bear into the pendant so I can take him with me into the building.
Okay. You just
and I go racing up to the rooms.
The receptionist, she is completely unaffected. She's been sitting here bored the whole time. She has no idea what's going on outside.
You need to tell her to
I look at her, hide. And I'm going is there a way to lock the door or bar it or something?
Yes, you can pick up the stools and bar the door.
I'm going to bar the door.
As soon as you do that, the zombies push up, she screams and runs and hides in a closet.
I'm going to run up stairs to the rooms. Well, yeah. Did I know which rooms they're in?
Nope. They stabled you before they got the rooms.
True.
When can I be back awake?
What's up? Well, you're out. You're probably not going to be. Yeah, you're out.
You'll be awake in a little bit if something happens that would wake up an unconscious person, like doused in water, or your hair gets lit on fire. Something like that.
Smelling
No.
salts. Crack some. Put some salt in my nose.
I'm just running across the doors, banging on them. To arms! To arms!
The people come out, and it's like there's like three of them. One of them is this rather portly dwarf. Oi, what are we fighting? He kind of looks out his window. Oh my goodness, they're zombies!
I would assume all the racket I'm making would probably wake up my teammates.
Lady is definitely awake.
So yeah, and I don't know which room. I'm just going to all the rooms, banging on them. I ruined Chester's beauty sleep.
He may not wake up if he doesn't want to. He knows who's banging on his door with his psychic ability.
I'm saying 2 arms. I'm not being like, hey, can you give me some money because I owe a tab or something. So clearly there's an issue here. There's a problem. So I would assume he wouldn't be, stupid about it. But I know it's up to you, Chester. It's your character.
Oh, no. I open the door and look out disgruntled.
We are on attack.
Why?
I do not know.
There are zombies in the street.
I look out the window.
There's, plant zombie looking people.
I focus
It's
on
versus
various town folks, what's going on in their brain.
Water, help, water.
Is there a water tower in town?
They're already trying to knock it over. You can basically, some people are more coherent than others. The worst cases, the ones that had all the stew, are looking kind of grody, looking kind of like this. And the natural ones, well, if it'll
Looking like this? What, where?
It's not.
looking town.
There we
It
go.
looks like a town. All I'm seeing is the town of.
No, it's in the general.
Yeah, I popped
okay.
it up.
Oh.
Yeah, they're dead, all of them.
They fucked up.
How far away is the water tower from the window I'm looking out of?
About 100 feet.
Can I use my my kinetic bullets to take one of the legs out?
You can. How many bullets do you want to fire?
Well, I mean, one round at a time, I suppose. Well, no.
All right.
Yeah, no. I just keep, concentrating on one of the legs of the tower to try to drop it off and put the water in the street.
All right. Make an attack.
Okay.
You hit on anything that's not a 1.
Okay. Okay.
Wonderful. All right, roll damage.
This is kinetic bolt, so I rolled a normal 2d6, right?
Mm-hmm. So let's see. That's 4 plus 5 for
9.
your 9. You take the leg out between the people pulling on it and your bolt. It falls and basically washes a lot of these away out of the streets, and the others go chasing after them because they want the water. Others drop to the ground and basically crack their heads open on the ground, allowing the fungus to feed, and they, get back up as those plant zombies, which is, you believe, the final form of this infection.
I look over at Lady's character, and I'm like,
I'm not there.
Why, you didn't wake up?
I'm getting dressed in my room now.
I'm like, 2 arms, 2 arms. You're like,
Hey, I gotta get dressed first.
gotta get dressed, take my time, put on my makeup.
I already figured what was going on. Go, oh no.
5 more minutes.
Housekeeping? No,
Yeah.
no housekeeping. Housekeeping? No housekeeping.
I'm still paying attention to their mind, and all they seem to be focused on is water.
Right.
Therefore they're
I'm
not
not
they're not
focused
aware
on
of
water.
us in this building, correct?
No. The mine's down like more like closer to you. They're like blood.
Hmm. I shut the window. I turn back into the hallway and says, "Well, I guess that's that. We'll have to just let them kill each other off, I suppose."
So we're gonna be all right up here. Do you need to knock out the stairs or something?
I'll let you know when we're not.
All right. Well, that's quite kind of you.
Opening my door. So, what are we getting the arms about?
You've killed the town.
Huh? What do you mean? I killed the town.
Your mushroom has murdered them.
GOP just throw my body in front of her like he was infected.
I take out. I'm still,
I'm kind of
surfacely
shocked.
paying attention to what's going on. I'm mainly, if anyone's focusing on this place, I tell everyone to stay away from the windows and not engage. And whilst I sit, I'm assuming there's little benches or chairs in the hallway here of the.
There are.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a classic place.
So I go in, I put my jacket on, and I grab the scroll of message, and I contact the old man.
All right. He will.
You're me, aren't you?
He will respond. It's like, "Hello, sir. We are doing all right. We lost the North District, but the invaders were repelled.
Well, that is good to
They
hear.
and their Titan.
And this guy is Sarago, right? Yeah.
Yes, this is Sarago.
So that is good to hear, although I'm not surprised. I have a further issue, and I explain exactly what is going on and what has happened.
Ah, so you have had a run-in with the Igatha Day mushroom. Very strange that you would find one. It's a prehistoric mushroom. I'm
We
not
were in a
sure.
strange forest for a while. I have my notebook
Stop.
out, and I am taking notes.
One moment. That mushroom was found in the other place, not in the ancient place.
True, but you're not the only ones that have gone through that place. Other people didn't heed the warning.
Okay, fine.
That was just basically, other people have gone through there. They touched what they shouldn't have touched, and a spore went with them.
See, lady, it's not our fault. It's someone else's fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
It's always someone else's fault. That's the rule you have to apply.
Yes.
You need to read the original Grip Brothers. When given doubt, do dumb shit, and you'll always be rewarded.
Not here. Anyways, so you begin taking notes. What else are you asking him as he's responding?
What I am a junior, so how should I proceed?
I would, as you've already noticed, that the mutation and metamorphosis happens rather quickly. Fortunately, 1 out of every 10 people is resistant to the effects, just due to the difference in ecology to what they usually affect.
So they got
more
50
so
people worth of blood to get through before they're starving again. Okay.
Exactly. Which is quite unfortunate. But not everybody that it sounds like was at your festival, so they will be, within their homes. So you're probably looking at roughly 400 with 50 to spare. So it'll be a bloodbath by morning. And once the mushroom zombies go for more than a couple of hours without water before they completely drain the corpse that they're in, and it falls over. Now there could be a couple of imperators walking around, but as soon as the sun comes up, they'll find a dark place. They're what you really have to worry about because the imperators are completely inert. But if they kill someone, they will directly them into another mushroom zombie. They're not something for you really to worry about. There's a very powerful wizard in that area, and as soon as they catch wind that
It's not.
this infection, I can actually message her. She will find and burn the impaired. So,
So sit tight is what you're telling me to do.
sit tight and don't go towards the windows. And if you see anyone that looks like a walking bush, stay away from them. Because
Fair
the
enough.
imperators are incredibly intelligent, strong, and fast, able to jump nearly 30 feet and can put a hand through steel.
So these wooden buildings are going to do really great.
The imperators are basically blind. Almost. Like their eyes work, but only they have no peripheral because the eyes have been dried out, basically.
I already told the guy to stay away from the windows.
So you should be fine. The imperators are basically will walk around like the other zombies. They'll just run for a house whenever it gets light outside, and all the wizard will probably have to do is spontaneously combust them. Because they have no way to put themselves out, because they're going to be a dry fungal heap at that point.
Okay.
I thank him.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, just flip the scroll over. It's good for a second.
A second what?
A second direct message. Because as you're talking, the scroll writes down what you're talking magically on it.
Okay, I've
It
already
records it.
used this once. I thought it was continuous.
It is continuous. It writes it down for you, and then there's a little dot on the margin, and if you put your finger on the dot, it brings back up that conversation.
I see.
Otherwise, it conceals back into that dot.
Okay,
Text messaging, magical style.
useful. All right, well, just waiting out the night, I suppose. I can sense the terrified girl in the closet. Is she cute?
Well, let me see if the AI thinks.
Roll a d10 to see where she fits.
Now roll a d12 because this is a country grown. She's in better shape than most city folk. So make that.
Am I
Yeah.
actually rolling a dice? Okay.
You
Roll
are
a d12.
1d12
All right.
because this is the best type of roll. A beauty roll.
She is.
She is an 11 out of the normal.
All right. Well, I go fetch her out of the closet with my.
Jesus Christ, Chester, get a room.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, he's got plenty to
That's
choose from.
kind of the point. Yeah. So
Well, he knows how he's waiting out the.
I go out and I chat with her. I said, "You'll be fine. Come on, take my hand." And I soothe and give her a wink, and
Okay.
I get a 27.
Yeah. She'd much rather be slammed than slammed in a closet. So.
Oh,
So I have my night set. I wait out till the morning. You guys can do whatever the hell you want.
I go find a hotel room, and I go in there and I just look around. I'm like, oh, this is where they.
Am I awake yet?
You are awake.
No. He's
Oh,
not awake.
yes. Yes, I
So,
am. I'm not gonna fuck this up.
You already kind of
Okay.
did, but
Shut up. Okay. So
let me say one thing. You are somewhat conscious. You're still in and out, so just be that as it may.
is there a cleaning closet in this hotel?
None on this floor. And going downstairs is a bad idea.
Fuck. Is there a shower?
No, there's a bucket with water.
Which I keep away from you because I drag you into the room with me, but I just like go. So this is where they sleep, and then I just sleep on the floor, you know. And I'm like, this
Okay.
isn't as comfortable as a stable.
Okay, I guess I curl up in a ball like a giant cat werewolf would, and then I lay on top of GOP.
Your head on me, I would assume. You wouldn't lay on me. I would definitely push you off me.
Halfway on him, like halfway on him.
It's kind of like
your
saying
butt's
you're
not
only
me,
half gay. I don't understand.
But which half? Okay, whatever. So the point is, I've got something propped up against the door, just in case, and I've got my glaive next to me.
As do I.
Well, yeah, but we're not talking about the lady. We're talking about items, like
Oh, I put the tea bag of alcohol in my mouth too, so I'm at least like having good saliva drinks. Keep myself calm.
Great.
I'm still
Further
waiting for my
dehydrate.
my AI generated human innkeeper lady.
oh,
I
What do
couldn't
you-
get rid of the hat, but there you go. In a DM to you. I'm getting a second option for you if you'd like. There's option.
should
Oh,
share it
okay, let
so
me
we
go
can
check.
see.
I am. I've been sharing it. Yeah.
All right.
There's your 2 options.
Yeah, this one definitely. I don't know what she's holding, but okay.
Well, she's holding you right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It it's not bad. It's not bad. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. But yeah, good. Where am I here? Oh yeah, I'm back over here. So
Okay.
I should put the zombies.
So
'cause
in
this is the
his
night of
mind,
the
it's like
zombies,
this is the best thing that could have happened. Now nobody's going to walk in on him because everyone's too afraid to go in the hallway. So you all are able to rest. Well, some of you rest. Now, Tower, I believe once the morning comes, you will have healed 23 hit points from Celtic's amazing roll.
2.
The only
Okay.
roll I had today.
And all of you awaken. The zombies have all fallen over and are very dead from dehydration. The imperators have fled into different huts and homes. Tower, you need some water. You are dehydrated. You have gone. It feels like you have gone 2 days without any water.
I look at GOP and I ask to drink out of that bucket from earlier.
Look him over. Does it look like he's got anything messed up with him still, or is he just?
No, he does have a strange silver tea bag in his mouth.
I cautiously push the bucket towards him.
Now,
Keeping
here's
an
the
eye
real
on
question, Tower. Are you going to take the tea bag out and drink or not?
I'll take the tea bag out, drink
Good.
half of it, and then I'll put the tea bag back in and then drink the other half.
You are only partially hydrated because alcohol dehydrates you.
Fair enough.
So it's a slow recovery.
I got you. Well, I look at GOP and I'm gonna assume, are we all talking or is it just me and GOP right now?
You and
He's
GOP.
the only two in the room. Well,
Okay, I look at GOP and I look out the window, say, "Plant things dead, we shall dig graves." And I want to go outside and start digging like a mass grave, so we can like not have just dead corpses everywhere. It's the least we can do.
I'm surprised that you care. Honestly.
Well, hey, if he wants to, that's perfectly fine. He never made himself a monster. And also, that would be good because that way the spores aren't going to spread. They'll
Exactly.
Yeah, I imagine him digging it though like a dog.
Yes, that's exactly the point. And I'm gonna dig the holes like a dog,
Mm-hmm.
but with all
Four
four
arms.
arms. Yeah.
So you basically dig a big trough, like a trench, and just using sticks and shovels, just lying around, you push the bodies in there.
I
GOP, yes?
oh no, go ahead.
GOP and Tower, while you're doing this, I need you both to make perception rolls. And stealth rolls, actually. Stealth rolls.
I mean, I wasn't digging the hole, but yeah,
I mean, you're
I'm
pushing
out
bodies.
there. I'm out
Uh,
there with them. Yeah.
yeah, you're out there. Are you pushing bodies?
Uh, I'm keeping an eye out. He was the one who wanted to be digging holes out here.
Wonderful.
But yeah, so I'll do my perception roll though. I am out here.
Okay.
6 plus. I would have probably taken my polar bear back out too, so that would
Okay.
be 12.
You see something watching you from one of the nearby houses, completely in the shadow. The light doesn't.
I let Tower's character know we're being watched.
I take a deep whiff.
This is definitely an imperator.
I look
It's
because I'm in link to him, so I look through his eyes to see.
you see the imperator in the dark, watching them, unwilling to go in the sunlight, but it's still watching.
Oh,
I kiss the girl on the head. I say, "Stay inside."
She shrugs and rolls over.
I get dressed and I I put a cloth around my face and I go outside looking for the wizard.
You are able to find the wizard because she has recently arrived. They call her. Actually, this is the wizard's apprentice that he sends. She is named Alta,
Okay.
and she's looking around, and she snaps her fingers, and the corpses burst into flame. Some of them around her. When she sees, she comes up to you and is like, "Ah, Redeemer," and she teleports from where she's standing to in front of you to avoid the gaze of the Imperator.
I say I see you. You see them as well.
Yes, I was able to detect their mental impulses.
Hmm.
They are far too powerful for me to deal with. Probably the other present. But, well, if those two brutes got their hands, they could probably rip them to pieces. But the hound would probably lose his extra arms in the process.
I'm assuming you are one of the people responsible for this village.
I am the apprentice of the great wizard. My name is Altica. My master is currently in another dimension. I'll be back soon.
I see. Well, I apologize. It seems my group are the ones who brought this in.
Yes, but it is not something you would have known. No one around here would be familiar with the mushroom inheritors.
Nevertheless,
Very, yes.
is there
I
anything?
have no. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Well, no. Is there anything you need us to do?
If you could help me just get the bodies into the trench that has been so helpfully dug so that I may burn them in mass to prevent the spores from spreading. The fungus is completely harmless to insects and is often eaten by it, but when ingested, it gestates in natural liquids long enough to grow into what you've seen. Normal sweat and things like that are, people just think it's a bug crawling on them, flick it, and that's the end of it.
Very well.
So that's just that assistance, and also keeping an eye out so that the imperators do not notice more. Because if more than one notices us, then they will gain confidence and attack.
Very well. So I go and I tell these guys to do what they're doing, continue, and just put everything in the trench for the Altica, the wizard here.
Are you
If she
guys
can,
going to do that?
yeah, no, we'll assist. But if she can just light things on fire,
Mhm.
can't she just? Yeah, she can just burn that. Well, I mean,
Well,
nobody's
having them
living in those
burn in
houses.
one place is better.
Well, I'm saying where the particular enemies were not trying to not wanting to face directly and want to stay out of the sunlight. You could probably just burn them.
She can burn them, the corpses, but a living thing, if she tried to burn it, it would basically be able to react because it would
I
feel itself heating up.
I mean the building they're hiding in.
Yes, she could light the building on fire if she wanted to. Are you going to suggest that to her?
I look over at her as I'm pushing, her flinging bodies into this pit. I see you burn these poor souls. Perhaps you should burn the buildings where the enemy still lies.
If I do that, they'll run from it like rats from a flame, right towards us.
I could take them.
Very well. She will turn and light the building with the Imperator watching you on fire, forcing it out into the street. Roll initiative.
All right.
The Imperator.
The Imperator is that if you look in general, that zombie looking thing underneath the
Yeah.
pumpkin mimic or melon mimic, that's an
Yeah.
Imperator.
Oh, that fucking bitch.
Aptly described.
Yeah, I have it on screen.
My Excel.
I feel like Puffin appreciates me as comedic relief.
Come on, let's go. Another 6. Great. Oh no, it's
Add
9.
the shiznit to the
6.
game.
So that would be a I forget. So it's my agility. So that'd be a 12.
All right. So
Wow, I
12.
didn't even see your roll. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it.
Yep. 6 and a 9.
Let me roll for the Imperator.
How far away is he from us then?
He is right in your face.
Okay.
He explodes out of the building as the fire begins to come. He was originally 40, 50 feet away, but in one lunge, he closes the distance. About
Did he
35.
take any damage from burning in any fire damage from being inside the house? Is it lit?
She lit the house at the top where it was burning because the bottom was made out of shale.
Okay.
So it had to burn inwards, and as the fire went down, it just ran out before the fire reached it.
Oh, all right. I figured it would have reacted to being hit by the fire, but okay.
She didn't burn it. She
Yeah,
couldn't
no,
see.
I know. I'm just saying as the roof started coming down, but that's okay.
There is a chance for that. Let me roll luck for it.
1, 1, 1, 1.
It did not catch on fire.
All right, fair enough. Let's go.
All right, so it is going to try to maul you.
All right.
Well, it did. 24 is a crit.
Well, that's
that was
initiative.
initiative.
So, Imperator will roll.
$11. I am on my polar bear, so
Are you going to block?
I have to.
Okay,
So.
so you block it. So you'll take half damage. What's your block rating?
It would be my endurance, right? So I'm at a 6 while I'm on my polar bear.
So it hits you for 8 damage. And it has
Reduced
a
by
second.
half.
Yep, so 4. It'll hit you
All
for
right.
a second attack with no modifier. 15.
Hits, but so with the endurance, if I you said before if I block on a turn,
Mhm.
then the next turn they get a negative, right? To their
Yes.
roll.
Yes.
But it
So
would still hit me because it would drop it down to a 10, so it'd
Right.
still hit me, but
Indeed. So if it made an attack against
or it would drop it down to a 9. I'm sorry, because I have
yes.
a 6.
So if it tried to attack your polar bear, it would roll a 9, it would have missed.
Okay. Four and
That is 6 plus 6 for 12, which just goes down to 6.
so 10 points total.
10 points total. As it smacks into you. Now, who is next? Tower or you, GOP?
I didn't roll initiative for tower. Let me roll
Okay,
initiative.
so your initiative. What are you doing?
Well,
Because he's still in the hole.
okay, fair enough. I am going to I'm going to attack him. I'm going to poke him with my poking stick. Oh,
Ooh.
ouch.
Ooh,
Oof.
ooh, ooh.
Was that your
So-
initiative, Chester?
Yep.
Oh,
I
wow.
was the one watching the Imperator.
Yeah, basically with that initiative, with the initiative of 1, it's kind of like, holy crap, that thing's fast.
The very end of the thing. Well, I'll roll Tower's initiative anyways, just to see where he's at. He's actually got pretty good initiative.
So next round, he'll go after the Imperator.
15. So he has a 20 then total.
Yep.
All right. And
so it'll
Lady,
be-
I don't know it. I don't think you.
No, lady's still in her room. Because no one ever told her, come on, let's go.
Oh, okay. You just slept through it.
Really?
Cool.
Hey, I fell asleep. Finally.
All right. 15 plus 3 to hit. So 18. And then,
You will hit.
all right, then I will do my 2d6. 4 plus 5, so 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I will do my polar bear attack.
Okay.
Does not.
That will miss. So as you hit it, and with your glaive, you see where blood and viscera, things would normally fly. You see it basically roots and plant and dirt. Well, the flesh has become like dirt now. Basically, get like have you ever like put a stick or a shovel through clay and how it just holds its form?
Yeah.
It does that, and then it pulls itself back together.
Okay. It doesn't have any ill effects because it's out in the sunlight right now?
It does have ill effects because it's out in the sunlight right now.
Okay.
So, it does have ill effects. Normally, it would be trying to, it has a breath attack where it releases spores, but it's unable to use that in the sunlight.
Okay.
You've taken out its breath attack. It's, the only thing it lost its jumping ability when it came out into the sunlight. So all it has is its improved strength and its reformation / regeneration.
Oh, and what did the lady get for her initiative roll?
She has not rolled anything yet. You said that you could take him, so she's just gonna let you fight it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. It's just everyone. Okay, cool. All right, so that was my turn.
Tower.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the next initiative, so it'll go the Imperator, then Tower, and
Why?
Then, so.
I rolled.
Yep, you gotta because your initiative, like in D&D, you guys rolled initiative. Oh, so you were rolling. Okay, I understand now. Sorry, I thought you were okay. After this round, we're rolling initiative to be in. You're rolling for this round of initiative.
Well, I was the one looking at the thing.
All right, Tower. Would you like to attack this thing?
Smack him.
I probably should help GOP out.
Right?
Yeah,
You
I
want me
jump
to?
out of the hole. Huh?
You want me to roll, or do you want Chester to roll?
Chester, definitely Chester to roll. But I'm gonna jump out of the hole, like comically high out of the hole,
Mhm.
land on the ground, and I'm going to rush at it because I see it attacking GOP.
Okay, wonderful.
And I say, "You know, hurt friend, me slash."
Well,
He's got
the
one
first.
crit and another hit. So 2 hits,
All
one
right.
of them's a crit. So let me do the damage. Now this one here is the crit. So let me see if I understand this correctly. What does he add for damage?
He rolls 2d6 and adds 5.
So that
So
would be
2,
3 and
3,
6.
Then
4, 9.
that on the crit, he takes the highest dice, which is 2.
Or 5. He has a +5.
So
I'm
that's
not
8.
+6. My bad.
Yeah. Sorry. So
So
it's
yeah, because he's 2 + 1. That's for the crit. Because not that great to roll 2, but yeah, 3 + 5, so 8. Yeah.
all right. So roll for his second damage. Wow, that's 11. Wow! 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 Wow!
All right.
8 and 11, 19. You basically tear this thing nearly apart. It is in all different directions. And as you kind of snap back, it stumbles back and then pops itself into place.
All right.
What are you doing, Sabala?
I am attacking.
All right. What are you attacking?
I'm attacking him.
Okay.
I got a crit.
Critical. All right. Mind bullet or
Yeah, no.
like
Psychic bullet, yeah.
okay. So
So
that's
3,
11.
5, 6, 7 plus 5, so 12. 12.
Okay.
Is that
Close.
enough to kill it?
Uh, you blast it with a mind bullet and hit it through the center of it. And see that the once you've hit it through the center, that the vines compress back together.
So
And
it's
we will
not
leave
dead.
it there. It is not. So we will leave it there for next.
Why? We can finish it. I have extra
Okay.
attacks.
Okay. Next attack.
Yeah, I don't have to go for another 10-ish
Oh.
minutes.
I crit again.
Oh, crit again. So it has 10. Basically, in order to kill this thing, you have to do X amount of damage in one sequence of attacks.
So
So
4,
you've
5,
done
10 points of
12.
damage.
So that's 10 plus, and you did how much on the first one? 11?
13.
Yeah.
No, 12. 12. 12.
12.
So that's 22.
Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6 plus. Oh, you have a 6 in intelligence? Or willpower?
I have a 7 in willpower.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. So that will kill it. Because you have to do 20 damage in a single round of attacks to kill it.
All right.
Sweet.
So
Sweet.
you basically blast it. The others have torn it while it's focusing on reforming itself. You hit it in the center and then hit it in the head, and it basically falls apart into the um, tunnel
Hold
trench. And then she takes out a bottle, lights the top of the bottle, and chucks the Molotov into the trench and lights them all on fire.
Alrighty then.
And as you chuck bodies, if your characters had any idea of what hell might be, this might be what it looks like.
Joy.
Altica thanks you, but says that she will inform the local lord that it was an outbreak and not an act of malice. Because he just lost 500 farmers whose land now needs to be allocated.
5.
All right.
But she says, my name's Altica. Feel free to use your message scroll to contact me because, believe it or not, the property in this land has just gone down in value and might be quite cheap. And an eye such as yourself or someone else would like to invest in this town in order to maybe breathe some life.
I
Uh,
go looking for leather.
all righty then. Well, other than trying to make sure that that one building is no longer on fire, I guess that's it's all day work what we just did.
Yep.
So I guess I just hold up in the inn then.
All right. So you guys, before dark, will return to the inn. Altica will go with you because there are still more imperators that will be coming out this evening.
I'm
So
going
we
to. Lady,
any
can you give me
survivors
a?
we try to bring to the tavern then.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll try. There are about 5 survivors that you'll be able to.
All right.
I gather up supplies to repair my armor, and if Lady, you could do a medicine roll on me, I'd appreciate it.
Make a stealth because you don't know which other buildings have imperators in them.
Well, can Chester sense them?
Yes.
He can sense them.
So, I mean, would you do me the solid of letting me know if I'm gonna walk into a building full of, imperators?
Sure. Just if you asked
Oh,
me, yeah.
yeah. Just give me a heads up. So, um, I want to go find like a shop to see if I can get, I'm sure, there's going to be nobody there, but since they're probably dead, I can, take what I need for my armor.
I do tell you that that would be theft.
Can you put it on your tab? Anyways, I just want to get, supplies so I can repair my armor. That's what I'm doing.
All
Puffin.
right. So, um, as you go, can you make me basically a perception roll,
Okay.
adding your not you,
Oh,
Mister Sebulba, to detect the imperators because the imperators only last for after the day of infection. They got like 2 or 3 days if they don't find any kind of water, blood, anything like that, and they're probably not going to find anything like that. So the mind is almost gone, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Now, seeing as I'm using my psychic ability, I take my just my perception, or does anything else get added into that?
Since you're using your psychic ability to detect minds, you can use your willpower as a
Okay.
bonus.
Hello.
Oh,
Yes, I rolled an 11.
all right. You don't sense any imperators within the 3 buildings surrounding where the one that you fought was hiding.
Okay.
And most likely, after seeing that building burn, the others would have moved, possible. So, GOP, you can go in, collect resources, make me a luck roll. If you get
uh,
a 1, then you're going to be attacked. Otherwise, you're fine.
oh, it's a 3, so not good, but not
Not
gonna be attacked.
so you only get there were no supplies in one of the buildings, but unfortunately, the building that you went into to find supplies but didn't was a basically a creamery. So all the milk is gone.
They were thirsty.
I was see.
But no, not you. An imperator had hidden in here and absorbed it all.
Well, Okay, I don't.
So there's gonna be one that won't dissipate after a couple days. He's reset his timer. You know, this one now has about 4 more days on his clock.
Enough.
But anyways, you do get food and water, and you guys can hold up in the inn to wait for the night to come.
Okay, so I found no supplies for my armor.
You found metal, but not any hide. You found the blacksmith shop. No blacksmith, but there
Had
was
no
no.
aprons or anything.
He did have some aprons. That's a good point. He does have some aprons. You could use all the leftover aprons he has in order to repair your armor.
And if you could give me a medicine roll too, lady. One for me and one for our tower.
Shall
Appreciate
get back to the inn. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. That's 4 points of armor repaired. Great.
Okay.
That's something. Better than nothing.
So 17 for
Plus-
GOP.
Plus, what's your medical lady? Is it 2?
2. So 19 after a rest.
All right.
And now roll for tower.
I wrote two of them.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
they
that's
two.
advantage.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
roll 2, take the highest. And 14 for tower. So after a rest, by the time nightfall gets there, you will have healed, set amount of hit points, repaired set amount of armor, and be listening for the rustling of trees when there are no trees near the village. Because they don't howl, rustle.
Towers are full.
And you can prepare for a Resident Evil style defense of the inn to commence.
All right, well, that'll be.
Bonnie woke up. I'll probably get the dwarf and the girl, and we start working downstairs on, covering the windows up and everything.
The dwarf will actually go with GOP. He says that he's a warrior, he's a fighter, and he will take metal and things like that and use it to help barricade, like
Okay.
reinforce the walls. Take basically metal rods and reinforce them, because if the Imperators can eventually bash their way through steel, if this wood isn't reinforced, they'll just go through the walls.
Is there any way we can set up like traps, like spikes or anything that can get caught on or something like that?
Well, you spent most of your time working
True.
on your armor.
Yeah.
But if Tower and the dwarf's going to fortify the walls so they can't break through the walls. If Lady and the girl want to, and the other survivors, if you all want to get some shovels and dig some traps outside, so that maybe it's harder for them to get in, you can.
I think there's something wrong with Tower. Tower, are you okay?
Huh?
Were you the one coughing, or was that Chester?
No, he's just getting feedback.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so that is where the episode will close.
All right.
Awaiting
All
the
right.
wrath of the Imperators.
So next week we get to have Dawn of the Dead. Nice. Thank you all for coming in, and those of you watching, we appreciate it. Keep in mind, in 2 days we're going to be doing drone recorded Ultimate Edition. I'm not sure what we're doing, but it's always going to be fun. So come back for that. Other than that, we'll see you next time. Thank you all very much. Later.
Later.
Good.